Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back with more Flesh and Blood tonight, and I figure what better way to celebrate Cincinnati in this whole weekend than to than to stream the winning deck list, Icelander. Icelander is a very special place in my heart. I love playing Icelander, but she just kind of fell off the face of the map, so I kind of thought it'd be fun to play some Icelander tonight. We're going to be playing Rhea's list. I'm going to pull it up and show it to you guys here in a minute for everybody who hasn't seen it. Let's get these Teletubbies. I don't even know what that means, but I like it. What's up, man? So if you guys didn't watch Cincinnati this weekend, Rhea Adams won the Battle Hardened playing Icelander. There were two Briars in the top 8, a Bravo, a Levia, a Dromai, an Icelander, and a Lexi, I think, was the top 8. Finals was Lexi and Icelander, and they ended up having a pretty good one, and Rhea was able to close it out at the end of the game. So I'm pretty excited to play this list. Honestly, it's pretty cool. She was actually cool enough to post the link, post her deck link with matchups and everything on Twitter. So I actually found that. So if she ends up seeing this anywhere along the way, shout out to Rhea for posting the deck with the links and stuff like that. So let's turn this on and look at it here. Let's do this real quick. So looking at her list, there's only seven equipment slots, which is a little different from Icelander. There was 10 in that. So we see that the only blocking arm piece is Iron Rock Gauntlet. That's really like one of the biggest things. We don't have Ironhide Gauntlet. Oh, excuse me. I do like the Aether Hell. The red Aether Hell is pretty cool. I think that has a lot of play and a lot of sweet matchups. So it's kind of cool to see that card seeing some play. But honestly, like looking at this, like, you know, a lot of this feels like, you know, like typical Icelander stuff. Like the only attacks that she was playing was Findle's Fighting Spirit and Raging Onslaught. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think she was on any attacks. I didn't get to watch a lot of the Battle Hardened, but I didn't think there were any attacks in her list. So I'm pretty surprised to see some attacks in here. In Case is a big card that I'll probably be talking about throughout the night. I have high hopes for this card being good. It's the harshest insult I could think of. Well, man, if those are the insults you're throwing at me, then bring them, because I love it. Ice Spine's another cool one. Really focusing on trying to freeze up people's arsenals. Being a 3-block with a 0 cost is really cool, because it allows you to, like, you know, like, if you arsenal this, you know, going into your next turn, you can play this or In Case and then reveal an ice card from your hand and then arsenal that card. So it gives you some good things. We're on 3 Blizzards, which I'm not surprised by. Ever since Hypothermia got banned, we've been on 3 Blizzards. And we're on Red Winter's Bite, which I think is also like a pretty good card. So overall, I'm pretty excited to get into the list and like play some games. I'm started tonight. Oh, sorry. I gotta drag this back over here where I need it. Tonight I'm going to be playing with Zach a little bit. Right now he's not on. He's headed back from dinner right now, but as soon as he hops on, we're going to be playing. Whoa, what is happening? Oh boy. Okay, there it is. All right, so yeah, as soon as he hops on, we're going to be playing some games against him. I'm going to try and talk him into playing Lexi or whatever he's been testing in hopes of getting some Lexi games in. I would like to see what Lexi looks like inside of against Icelander. So I've been playing Lexi a little bit recently, and I beat 2 Lexis on stream the other day, or I beat 2 Icelanders on stream the other day playing Lexi. So I'm curious to see if we can have the opposite effect, where if we can be beating up on Lexi. So I think this will be fun. It's interesting to me that she only has 6 matchups in here. Am I crazy? Is that actually it? Matchups? Yeah, there's only 6 matchups in here. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I just thought there would be more matchups in there, like, if I'm being totally honest. I'm just kind of playing games tonight. I'm not really considering playing this for Nats. So I don't know. Okay. Well, I said they're looking for Lexi, and I'm not playing Lexi, so... Is this my game? Boo. I hadn't really considered playing. I hadn't really considered playing Lexi or playing Icelander at Nats, if you guys want the truth. But I mean, if it was the right deck, then I would. Like, I mean, I like the deck. It's not like I dislike Icelander in any way. I just, I just wasn't really considering it to be a viable option. So I'm going first. Interesting. We have no attacks here. So War and Peace, or whatever it's called, Warmonger's Diplomacy doesn't seem like it's going to be that good in this matchup because they're pretty much playing all non-attack actions and reactions. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. They have AB3. And I have no cards to fuse here. This is an interesting hand. Book this one by a score of 7-0. All right, I'm holding you to that, man. This feels like a arsenaling the Ether Ice Vein here. Yeah, I was like, we're just gonna arsenal the Ether Ice Vein and pass here. We can block with the Encase and the Ice Spine this turn, and then just kind of go from there. They're probably going to be playing Fatigue since they're on AB3. They might be trying to fatigue us, so we're going to be looking to set up Frost Texas and Insidious Chills. Close, but victory? Hey, man, I want every game to be close, but I want to win them, so that's exactly what I'm looking for. Yeah, so we'll see how this goes. And then we'll fuse with the Red Winter's Bite here. So I'm curious to see how they decide to do this. They may AB1 and then keep another card, or just to get rid of one card here. They may decide to AB3 and then pitch 2 here. I'm not sure. Yo, Rotor-Roller. I like that name. Rotor-Roller. That's a cool name. I'm curious, where did that name come from? Like, what's the origin of that name? All right, so my opponent takes 4 and then discards an Iron Song response. All right, we're just going to pass. Try to set up a decent turn here. So, I mean, Icebind is weird because it doesn't really do anything. Like, it deals 3. Like, and they can just AB3, so I feel weird about cards like that. Thanks? Yeah, you bet. Absolutely. Okay, so our Blizzard not looking super relevant here, so maybe we're just looking at... This is for 9, so if we block 6, we take 3, and then on our turn, we can play the Winter's Bite and then activate Coronet Peak, and then Arsenal the Polar Blast. Try to set up that way a little bit. Love rotary engines and rolling around in cars. Well, before I was a dad of 3. That's fair, man. That's fair. So my knowledge of cars is not what I would call extensive by any means, but rotary engines were in the Mazda RX-7s and 8s, right? Like, am I crazy? I could be totally wrong here. And if I am, please do not hesitate to tell me I'm wrong. So let's go Winter's Bite. We'll get a card out of their hand. And then we'll use Coronet Peak to get another card out of their hand. And then we'll try to use our Polar Blast here. I'm glad I have self-targeting on. Yes, you're right. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I thought it was. When I was growing up, my dad, my first car was a My first car was a 98 Eclipse GST, and my dad and I worked on it a lot together. Like, it was something that like we spent a lot of time doing together, and I had a lot of fun working on it. And I have to say, I didn't learn a ton about cars back then, if you, like, just being entirely honest with you, but we had a lot of fun working on it. It's one of those things that I'll cherish for a long time, working on that car with him. So, I mean, we could use Tunic to just Polar Blast here if we wanted. Kind of feels like a misuse of resources here. I don't know, like, I guess kind of depends on what we're drawing into. Let's pitch Ether Ice Vein here. We'll block with the Frosting more than likely. Father Sometime is the best time. Dude, absolutely. It's great memories that I have of doing that kind of stuff. I wish I'd paid more attention and learned more about cars. Okay, so my opponent takes 1, and then we're gonna block 3 and take 1 here, and then we're gonna play Ether Ice Vein, pitching the Ice Bolt, fuse with Frostex here, and then Arsenal the Frostex. I think that's our. We want to set up the Frostexes here. Like, Dory just kind of has the sad but true potential to like fatigue us if the game goes long enough. With AB3, like if they're playing respites and stuff like that. So yeah, so my man's on Warmonger's Diplomacy. I think this is gonna be a sweet card. I'm honestly curious to know if it's good enough in Fi. That's honestly like my number one question is it gonna be good enough in Fi? So a Frostbite doesn't stop their turn if they have a blue. Like, we don't stop them from swinging axe at us. But we can wait until they swing axe. Now, unfortunately, it's for 7. So if we take 7, we pitch Cold Snap. So we go to 22. We pitch Cold Snap to play Frost Hex. They go to 32. Or I guess that they can pay for it either way, so they're going to stay at 33. Definitely a sideboard card for a lot of matchups for sure. Yeah, dude, I think this card's going to see a lot of play in a lot of decks. I'm hoping it puts 5 back on the menu. So if I take 7 here, play Frost Hex, they take nothing. We have to play a setup turn. And then our turn is play Ether Ice Vein, fuse with Ether Hell, Arsenal the Ether Hell, and then we're taking them off of things again, and then we can block 6 or whatever, and then go into our turn with the Ether Hell. Or maybe I'm just supposed to block 3, play the... Yeah, I was like, him having a... I can't stop I can't dampen his turn enough for it to matter. I really want to play the Frost Hex here, but I don't know how we're going to be able to do that. Man, there's no way I'm blocking with either Ice Vein. Like, that's like one of my best cards that'll help me in the game. There's no way I can block with that on this early. So if I block 3 and take 4... I can throw the Ether Ice Vein. I think I'd rather take 5. Yo, Shark, what's up, brother? Hope your stream's going well, man. I saw you playing Only Up earlier. Man, I don't know. This is tough. Like, the extra point is relevant. Like, it doesn't feel like this is going to be a fatigue game at the current pace we're going. Why is this only blocking for 2? Oh. So Cold Snap would have been blocking for 1, and I wasn't paying attention to catch that? Interesting. I guess I could pitch the Ether Hell here if I wanted to, and use Tunic to Waning Moon my opponent to see if they give us more cards or take some damage here. I don't know, like, I guess that's kind of like Dealer's choice. I guess we'll see what they do. They take 2 and then discard a card. I mean, I think we need to be using our resources here, so let's go after them a little bit. It's a little aggressive. Okay. So Frostbite will shut them down here. God, I've missed playing Heart of Fandle. I gotta tell you that. Hey, what's going on, Dan? How are you? Like, so I meant to ask you the other night, is your name Dangerelli? Like, am I saying that crazy? Like, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm not sure if it's like Dan Girl Eli. I wasn't, like, when I was like reading that the other night, I wasn't sure. And I was like having a stroke trying to make my brain process it. All right, so a Frostbite's doing us, the Frostbite there, doing work. Helping us out quite a bit there. And our opponent pitches to not take any damage from it, so that's interesting. Let's set up Insidious Chill here and Arsenal our Sink Below. The Sink Below is not going to give us any value off of like actually furthering winning, but Sink Below is a very valuable card, so... Sorry, I didn't hear what you were asking. I was asking like how you like pronounce your name, and like I laughingly like understand that you can't actually say it back to me, but I was just curious because like I didn't know if it was like Dan Girelli or if it's like Dan Girl Eli. I don't know. Like after my misunderstanding where my misogyny took over and I was calling you dude and bro the whole time, I was like trying to figure out how you actually pronounce your name. Man, this would be a great time to flash in Channel Lake Frigid. You may deal that much damage to another ally. All right, so that's not going to do anything for them here. The second one, Dan Girl Eli. Okay, gotcha. Cool, I was curious. And sorry, to answer your question, I'm doing well. How are you? So this is for 8. So... I guess this doesn't really help them. Like, this doesn't really hurt them. You're good? Good, I'm glad to hear it. I guess I'm going to put Polar Blast on the bottom. I mean, I guess I could play Channel Lake Frigid, but... try to really take them off their turn. I don't feel like this Warmonger's this diplomacy is going to help me here. Yeah, I guess we're just going to take 1 here and sink the Polar Blast. Because I guess if worst comes to worst, we can... I don't know, we'll see what comes up. And don't worry about calling me a dude, I like it. It, like, kind of makes me feel like I'm a part of the boys. If you know what I mean. I honestly, I completely understand. My girlfriend's the same way. She plays Fortnite with me a lot. We play video games together quite regularly, and she has told me from like day one, you know, like I don't want to be treated any different. Like I just want to feel like I'm hanging out with everybody and like I'm a part of the group. So honestly, I completely get what you mean by that. I think arsenaling our Channel Lake Frigid here sets up for enough disruption. The Winter's Bite takes a card out of their hand, and then we're going to pitch the Frosting to use Coronet Peak here because Winter's Bite has Go Again. So it's going to be a sweet little turn here. It also reminds me of Crush from Finding Nemo. Dude. Finn? Noggin? Dude. I love that movie. Finding Nemo is a great movie. The turtles are hilarious. Let's target our opponent. Leave them with 2 cards in their hand and 1 in their arsenal. Sigil of Solace. Interesting. Is Heat streaming tonight? I was like, I didn't see him on when I jumped on, but I didn't know if he was going to be playing Fortnite. I saw him playing Warzone the other night. I was like, I saw he streamed Warzone the last couple times I've seen him on. So I want to hang on. Just coming in for 4 here. Makes me wonder. Who? Heat. Texas Heat W. I assume that stands for Texas Heat Wave. Is that not your boyfriend? Am I completely crazy? I thought I saw you say like something like my love in his chat or something the other day. I could be completely crazy. So if we block Diplomacy and Ether Hell, or actually if we block Cold Snap and Diplomacy, we get to pitch Ether Hell to put Frostex into play, and then we get to have Channel with Tunic counter up. Okay, that is your boy. Okay, I thought that was your boyfriend. Oh my gosh, and he gets to half that? That's so dumb. The axe is like kind of doing work there. I thought it was. I was just making sure I wasn't crazy. So with 2 Frost Hexes in play, we're setting up pretty well. Now, this hand does not really help us with that, but we did leave our opponent with 5 cards here and a Tunic. So, I mean, I don't know what the plan is. But yeah, sorry. Is he streaming tonight? I was like, I didn't see him when I got on. I didn't know if he was planning on streaming later or not. I honestly think we're just gonna flash the channel in here. We have a Cold Snap to pitch to Coronet Peak here, and then we can Arsenal the Ether Ice Vein, which sets us up to be able to play a 5-card hand, or to keep channel around 1 more turn. Oh man. Something not good happened to Carly in the other room. Yeah, he just started streaming a few seconds ago. Oh, okay, cool. Let me pull him up and tab him real quick here. Let's see. That means I gotta... Let's see. There we go. Cool. I got him pulled up. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. So does this mean that I go from 4 to 2 here? Good luck, man. Have to get back to work. Oh, dude, absolutely. Dude, I hope work goes well for you, and I appreciate it. Appreciate you stopping by the stream and hanging out. Oh man. Gosh, I hope this is technically like when you play reactions, you are defending, and I'm just hoping that I'm wrong and this doesn't work this way, because if this does, my sink below blocks for 2, and this is absolute garbage fest for us. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, this is terrible. At least they use their Tunic counter there. So we're gonna get a card out of their hand, and we're gonna have to try and use Ether Ice Vein here. Like, block with 2 cards, and then keep 2 ice blue cards, hopefully, so that I can play Ether Ice Vein. Man, there's just no way to keep my... Actually, there is. So I block Ether Ice Vein Icebind, and then I pitch Insidious Chill to play Ether Ice Vein, reveal Ether Hell, use Tunic and Ether Hell to Waning Moon them. Okay. I'm I'm gonna hop on my love stream. I just want to say hi and support you for a bit before I hop into his. Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate you stopping by. Hope you guys have a good night, and I hope his stream goes well. Oh. Okay, they're paying for Sigil of Solace. Wait, what? What just happened? I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know what just happened right here. So, Insidious Chill. Take a card out of your hand. Now, the sigils are kind of obnoxious because they're up 13 cards and they're at 35, which is going to be a problem for us. We're really going to have to use our Insidious Chills to like try and set up like some like combo Ice Eternal turns, which is not impossible by any stretch of the imagination. So this costs you 2, which is fine. Okay, Heart does nothing for you. Now you have to pay for the Insidious Chill. Still got to pay for that, which is nice. It's good for us. So my opponent discards a card. They AB1, so they don't have to discard anything. And then they actually take nothing because of their respite, which is like pretty good for them, pretty bad for us. And then I'm still going to activate this. Just because it gives us a chance to keep our Channel Lake around for one more turn. And then let's go Insidious Shield, then Ether Hell. They'll block it, which is fine. And now I can play Ether Ice Fame without fusing. I mean, it just allows us to push 3 points through here. That's right, Ben. Dab on him. Let him know what's up. So we're not gonna fuse because I don't want to get rid of any of my Insidious Chill counters, and then I'm gonna pitch my Ice Bolt here. Yeah, pitch my Ice Bolt to Waning Moon them. So we're starting to play catch up here a little bit, which is like Icelander plays from behind. Like, and if you've played enough Icelander, you're pretty well aware of that. Let's pitch Ice Eternal for Coronet Peak. So Coronet Peak takes a card out of their hand because they don't have Tunic up, and then we're going to Arsenal CLF here. And we're going to set ourselves up to have a decent turn. We'll pitch the Ether Hell here. We'll try to set up another Insidious Chill. Another Insidious Chill can put us in a pretty good spot, honestly. Another Insidious Chill puts us in a scary good spot, honestly. Because we just have to, like, hang on to it long enough. Hang on to Insidious Chills long enough to get them. Now, the cool thing is that there are 2 more yellow Ether Ice Veins. We've already played all of our reds, but we kind of had to do that to keep ourselves in the game here. So I don't even have to play anything. I can just take 1 and go to 17 and then play my Insidious Chill. And then I still have the value of Channel Lake next turn, which is insanely good for us. Get that Insidious Chill in play, boy. Let's go. I mean, we're still down 11 points. Like, don't get me wrong, we're not out of the woods yet or anything, but like we're in a much better spot than we were. So use Polar Blast to play Channel Lake, Tunic to Waning Moon them, and then block Emerita Scolding. No, that's not correct. So I'm trying to think through the lines here. So pitch Emeritus Scolding to channel Lake Frigid. Block in case. Use Polar Blast for Coronet Peak on our turn. Arsenal Ether Hell. Seems not bad. Have fun playing. Watch you next time. Thanks, I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a good night. Hope Heat stream goes well. Yeah, you bet. Absolutely. So, thanks. I appreciate it. Appreciate you coming by and hanging out. We're trying to use CLF here to like buy us some time, because at this point we have 2 Frost Hexes in play. We just need to we need to get back to our Ice Eternals. So Ether Hell's cool because it allows us to keep 2 cards and have a 6-point hand. But I also like, I don't know. I think we're just gonna go with this line. The fact that like I'm blocking for less every turn is like pretty obnoxious. Like the axe is like really like grinding into like our value plan here, and maybe that's Dory's new plan. This kind of feels like a waste of a tunic counter if you guys want the God's honest truth, but I think we're just gonna have to go for it here. Try to push through some points. Okay, so they had triple red, so we are gonna push through 2 points of damage on the Frost Hex there, which is kind of nice. And then we're gonna activate Coronet Peak, and then this way, even if they want to use the tunic, they still have to pay. They have to pay with a card from their hand, which they may not care about, but I think it's fine. Okay, so they just give a card up from their hand. Arsenal Ether Hill. So they're saying yeah, even if we have a blue, yeah, if they have a oh, so a Frostbite would have stopped their turn right there. So this is going to block for 2, and this is going to block for 3. So I'm going to take 3, and then I'm going to serve 6, and then Arsenal Ether Ice Vein here, and try to set up a better turn. Yeah, so we take 3, go to 12. And then we're going to see how they react. Neither one of those cards helped us keep a Channel Lake around for another turn, so I mean, our opponent might have good pressure here, and they might just take 4. They do take 4. Well, we took 3, they took 6, so that was a winning turn cycle for us. Okay, that's kind of disappointing. We can block. Okay. They're just gonna arsenal a card here. I'm just gonna sink below this here. I'm gonna keep the in case. A blue doesn't do us any good, so I'm just gonna throw a 0 for 3 with no fuse at them. Although if I'd had an ice card, I would have kept it, and I would have just played the in case and fused, and then waning moon them, and then tried to, like, not having an ice card there was pretty weird. I won't lie to you guys. We were down like 12 points at one point, so now we're only down 8, so we're playing a little bit of catch up here. I'm curious to see if my opponent just takes 3 here again, or if they're going to actually decide to AB this. Okay, so they are going to AB this, which, I mean, I don't blame them for. I was just curious to know what they would do. So I could use Tunic to get rid of the last card in their hand and basically make them end their turn, which I hate taking away my instant speed. Way to kill them, but I do think it gives me an opportunity here to try and do something. So we pitch Emeritus Scolding, reveal Frost Hex. We don't make any Frostbites, unfortunately, but we do use Tunic for Storm Striders, pitch Emeritus Scolding to play Ether Ice Vein, reveal Winter's Bite. And then I can go Winter's Bite and either Waning Moon. I mean, I think I need to do this because this is 3. This is +9. This is going to be for 13. Like, being able to end their turn here is very big for us. I'm normally not, like, there are very few instances, in my opinion, where you ever use Storm Striders before it'll just let you kill them, but I think it's necessary here. My opponent has a blue. Like, they have to have a blue. So they're probably just going to pay 2 here and then pay nothing. Have 2 resources floating, take 2, go to 18, and then it's a 6-point game. Now we've given up our best equipment piece to make that happen, so they AB 2, take 2, and then they can't attack. I mean, we can take 2 cards out of their hand here. Now, the question I'm going to leave you guys with here, and I'm going to be honest, I'm asking because I'm not exactly sure what's correct here. Is it better? I think it's better to pitch Frost Hex. Try to make Channel Lake live just a little bit longer here. Yeah, I don't know. Gonna be honest, I don't know what's better there. I'm hoping that their hand is awkward. So man, Blizzard has been a real liability here this game. Like 100% just been a liability. Go to 11. And I guess we're just going to pitch the Blizzard here. Let our opponent get rid of a card and then use Channel to try and shut their turn down. Okay, so this is our heart hand. Okay, so this is fine. So let's do this. This is probably what I feel like is a pretty decent way to get some cards out of their hand. The first time a non-equipment card. So I still have Gauntlet I can use. I'm going to hang on to it because I don't think they can kill me in a reaction step here. Like, I just don't think there's enough ways for them to do it. They'll probably pitch a card to pay for the 2 Frostbites here. Okay, so they do. They pitch a blue to pay for the 2 Frostbites, which makes sense. That's what I thought they would do. Let's come in for 4. Hopefully they pay for this. And they do. Let's go. All right, so I think there's going to be a red Aether Hail in my next hand, which means that no, I was wrong, which means I can just go ham here. Are they dead? Tunic resource, prevent 1. This is going to be for 10. Reveal Blizzard. So this is 5 Arcane and 5 Frostbites. They take 4, go to 13. And then we have 10 Frostbite damage, which is 3. And then the Waning Moon is lethal. We're going to reveal the Aether Hell. Not that it matters. Pitch, pitch, pitch. Reveal this. Now, they have nothing to fuse, but we get the damage and the Frostbites by paying for the fuse here, so we have to do it. They didn't even use their Tunic, so now they're just Omega dead. And they can't pay for anything here, so we'll just take 4. And then they take 10 and die. Got him.
Hey, friend.
Hey, what's up, dude?
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
You are here just in time. I just finished giving Dory the business.
Well, you know, there's nothing like giving Dory the business.
Dude, I just got to do an Ice Eternal for 10 and kill him with 2 Frost Hexes in play. I have missed Icelander. All right. That was a pretty good game. Felt good winning that game. Do, 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 do. All right, let's see. I'll make a game here and send you the link. Create game. Table chat. All right, I just sent the. Can you hear me?
I can now.
I just realized I had myself muted. I've been doing this like crazy. I turned on these friggin' hotkeys to bind things, and I like. God. I sent you the.
I'm in here.
I was like, I sent you the game link. Good lord.
It got really quiet, and I was like,
yeah, dude, I was talking the whole time. And when I was looking at Discord, I realized I was like, yeah, you completely did that. So, Rhea has the exact same game plan here, except they cut the Blizzards and a Warmonger's Diplomacy here.
That card is so good.
Oh, they put in Auras. They put in Scour. Huh, interesting. Yeah, dude, Warmonger's Diplomacy is absolutely cracked. Like, it is absolutely insane, dude. I was pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly or unpleasantly surprised by the pricing when I saw it.
Yeah, very unpleasantly surprised when I saw that.
Guys, while we're waiting on Zach to make a play here, I just wanted to say thanks to everybody who's hanging out tonight, whether you're on Kick or YouTube or wherever you're at. I appreciate y'all hanging out. Honestly, the Battle Hardened showcased the niche where Icelander has taken over. It seems like she is replacing Kano as the wizard that punishes disrespect with her greater consistency and on hits that Kano lacks. That is a very hot take, and honestly makes a lot of sense. Like, that makes a lot of sense to me. You do not have to twist my arm for me to think that is a good take.
Just plays on both turn cycles so much better than Kano, which is weird to say.
Well, and I think that's kind of like what Aiden's like talking about, is that like Icelander's just so much more consistent. Like, it just plays at such a more consistent pace, which I think is very true. Because that was one of the things that I saw somebody tweet this weekend was, is Icelander actually crazy now, or were people just not ready for it like they do about once a quarter? And I was like, dang. That's true. So I didn't know this, but the Rhea, the lady that won, she top 32 worlds.
Wow. So that is who I saw that built that Icelander Blitz deck.
Oh, the on hit effect or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was her channel. So, what are we doing here? Like, what am I?
You mean your disruption?
Yeah, like I don't even know. Like, what am I like?
Well, I realized how severely I messed up when I did not play tectonic plating.
Yeah, I think when I'm playing Bravo, I think I run AB3 in tech plating.
Yeah, that's what I should have did for sure.
I think that's what I'm doing normally. Anyway, I haven't played Bravo against Icelander in a while. It's not not something that comes up. At least it hasn't over the last few months. What? That's cheating.
You're not supposed to pummel that card.
Yeah, you're not supposed to pummel that. God, I love doing that to people so much because they are never ready for it. Just like I was not ready for that. Oh, man. Well, the sink below is not quite going to get me there, is it? Oh, well. Warmonger's diplomacy does not seem like it has good play into you. Let's bottom cold snap and see what we find. Yeah, we'll take 2, and I think we're just going to discard the Ether Hell. Or maybe I'm supposed to discard the Brain Freeze, activate Coronet Peak, and then Arsenal Emeritus Scolding. Maybe that's the play. I'm honestly not sure what's better here. Maybe keep Sync, discard and deal 6 Arcane. Yeah, keeping Sync would have made sense because then I'm not forced to pick what I want to take. I'm just taking more damage that way. But yeah, it's very possible that I should have saved. Oh, excuse me. Should have saved Sync for something like more relevant there.
I was not prepared to have these 2 resources left over. I thought I was going to AB them away.
I mean, yeah, I had Sync, so so now this makes playing my Sync a lot better. Now, Chris, I'm not saying you're wrong by any means. It just, the way that the game lined up, it ended up being better for me to play my Sync there.
Absolutely.
Of course, I guess I would have just taken. I would have said no. I would have blocked 3, and then I would have just given 2 cards to the Command and Conquer. Of course, I guess if I don't do anything, you're probably just supposed to pummel the Command and Conquer there, right?
Yeah, I miscounted resources. I thought I was going to have enough to edit those instead of...
instead of CNC pummel.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because I'd rather hold that CNC in Arsenal for another turn.
No, that's fair. So... block with Ether Hell, pitch Brain Freeze to play Ether Hell, Waning Moon, Arsenal to Sync, keep the Frost X in my hand. mean, Zach could have the pummel here, but I'm not really playing around the pummel here. Like, if he does, I still have the sync to play, so it's not like it's the end of the world. I need one of these cards to be like a Winter's Bite or something. Think that would have definitely been the play there. Winter's Bite would have been really good.
Where are my blues?
So Zach wants to keep his hand here, which tells me that putting the Sink Below in my arsenal is definitely just a better play here. So let's take 2, go to 25, and set up a Frostex. I think that's definitely where we want to be at here. And then, again, if I have the capability of blocking with 2 cards and then playing my Insidious Chill here, I'm putting myself in a situation to really try and, like, in the game, like, play a combo turn here. I think the Arcane list is worse against Bravo with AB3. Yeah, I mean, it is for sure. Like, I think one of the things you run into, Chris, is like, I think anything that's playing a lot of blues in AB3 at a certain point can try and fatigue you if you aren't prepared for it. Like, if you block with a Frost Hex early or do some stuff like that, you don't realize it's fatigue. Like, if people are playing like respites and stuff like that, like, you just end up in a bad spot in a hurry. So this is definitely just block 10, and I don't think we're going to sink anything here. I don't think we're going to sink anything just at the off chance that we draw a red, and then we end up with a bad hand. So we'll use Coronet Peak to strip a card of the Zach's hand here. I could have played the Insidious Chill this turn. I mean, I think we're not supposed to like take ourselves off of an arsenal. Maybe I am supposed to take myself off of an arsenal one turn. I just think that if I have an arsenal card, I'm pretty much forcing Zach to respect whatever I'm doing here. Forcing him to say, you know what, like, we don't know what he's up to. And as Icelander, that's one of those like situations where you have all the power as far as like instants are concerned and things like that. So block with Scour. Maybe Arsenal the Channel, as he can't dominate that way. Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna be honest, like, that's one of those cards that I try to stay away from actually arsenaling pretty hard. If I'm being honest, like, it's not like it's like terrible or anything. Like, I'm not saying that like it shouldn't be done. I'm just saying that like I try to stay away from it if I can.
That's such a tough Arsenal card.
Channel.
Yeah.
Against you specifically, yeah, like, because against like Fi and other stuff, I'll drop that thing in Arsenal the first chance I get. But like against like you, it's just so scary. It's good with Tunic on 3. Yeah, like, it definitely has a lot of synergy in the deck. And like, Chris, I'm not saying that like you're wrong by any means. Like, please don't misinterpret that anytime I like banter with you or like it seems like I'm arguing that I disagree or that I think you're wrong. Sometimes I just like, I think there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I have been punished multiple times by having Channel in my arsenal in this matchup.
It's 6 pitch for this, right?
Yeah, you have to pitch 6, correct. No, it's been a long time since I played Icelander. Brother, me too. It has been a hot minute since I played Icelander. I played Icelander, I guess during ProQuest season was the last time I played Icelander. So it's been since January. I played Icelander the first week of ProQuest season. Get Showtime. Yeah, I completely cut Tunic from my Bravo list. Have you seen the Bravo list from the top 8 by any chance?
I have not. It was the Ben Hannon guy?
Hannon. Yeah, I literally thought it said Ben Hanna the first time I saw it, and I was like, oh my God. I was like, Ben's just going ham in Cincinnati this weekend. My man said pneumonia, never heard of her, and then just went to Cincinnati and top 8'd.
So is the correct choice here Starstruck? This is the first time I've played with Starstruck.
So does Starstruck really do anything against me?
That's what I was trying to read, but it's like so small on my screen.
I think it. Hang on, let me pull it up.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's like I think it's like attacks. Like you can't play attacks or something like that.
It does nothing. So yeah, we'll get a crippling.
I was like, yeah, crippling or like something that you can throw and like try to AB is probably your best bet if I had to guess. Oh man. Being able to block 6 here and still have a turn is really good. I know this is only the second game I played with this list, but Rhea has put together a really good list.
She's very smart.
Yeah.
Pick 2, so if I use Tunic, I should be okay.
I was like, we're going to try and get some cards out of Zach's hand here this turn. Even if it's just one card because of the Tunic, we're still trying to... We got to have a turn where we, like, really stunt his, like, growth and don't really let him do anything. Now, Showtime does make that a little awkward for us, but...
I think I place...
Plus,
no.
I was like, Zach has to give us a card or lose access to his Bravo ability.
That's okay. I don't want to give you the chance to... Had I not... If I didn't know if I was going to draw a blue or not.
Gotcha.
If I knew I was going to draw a blue, then okay. Yeah.
Did you know that she only brought Icelander because she thought Prism turnout would be very low? Interesting. That is interesting.
Played that Prism, the new Prism, 3 times with against. I played against it with Viscerai yesterday, and it was just not even close.
Were you dumpstering it?
Yes.
I streamed it 2 nights, and I went 2-3 one night and 2-4 one night. And the games that I won felt like people had never played against Prism. Like, it just felt like they had no respect for, like, what Prism was capable of, if that makes any sense.
Like, don't get me wrong. I've seen games where, like, I'm like, oh, this is what Prism's supposed to do. Like, I saw, I think it was some stream I was watching, and somebody was playing Prism, and they did, like, they had 7 auras out on the field.
Did you say 7 auras?
Yeah, they kept like doing something with the protection herald.
Yeah, Herald of Protection. Yep, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. It has some cool lines, and you can do some dumb stuff with the deck. Like, there was a couple of games that, like, I played a game against Olivia randomly, and my opponent left. And my opponent left. God, I'm having a stroke. Left double passing mirage on the field, back-to-back turns, and like I just kind of like went ham with it.
Yeah, that's not how you beat Prism.
Like my turn was like block 9, drop a passing mirage, or it was block 6, drop a passing mirage, arsenal passing mirage, and then the next turn they did something. They didn't attack it. To be fair, I think I was at 12. I think they thought they could just kill me, but like I just I just kept blocking, and I had an angel in play, or like I would throw heralds and like do random stuff, and they had no phantasm, and so like herald of protection for 7 with no phantasm is like insanely good. I just kept doing things, going like, yeah, like if you're gonna leave this stuff on the board, like I'm gonna punish you for it. Like,
yeah, there's like just the life, like where it's just ward 4.
yeah,
You just gaining life basically is just
it's insane.
ridiculous.
It's absolutely insane, dude. God, whoever didn't make Ice Eternal and Ice Card is a putz.
Agreed. It's like Frostlock. Why is Frostlock not an ice card?
Is it really? Well, yeah, I guess it's not.
It's just elemental.
Yeah, that's stupid. So there's one more left in the deck I'm playing to if I play this way. So I can block 9 and just throw 3 at you. God, this feels like, man, not drawing an ice card here. Like, what? Yeah. This is also a rough matchup. At least it was pre-Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know if it's still going to be, but like you can just put on so much pressure so quickly, and if I can't set up early enough, I just can't stay in the game. That and Amulet of Ice was big in this matchup. Like, just unban Amulet of Ice and Hypothermia, and like, let's just call it a day.
I feel like
You feel like what?
Warmonger's diplomacy was like a little Icelander tribute card.
Dude, that card's sweet. So we can get a card out of your hand, a card out of your hand, and then do some arcane damage, and then still leave this here. If we make that play, or our play is pitch Ice Bolt to play Ice Bolt, and then Waning Moon you, block 6, and then Arsenal. I actually like that better. I think that's a way better line because it allows us to set up a little bit. And then we get to hang on to our in case in our arsenal until we draw an Ice Eternal, and we can try to like go ham a little bit here. Depends on what Zach's other card is. Like if it's a blue, then he pitches it. Okay, so he did take that damage, which means we'll push through 3. Just try to... We'll see if he ABs this. Considering he didn't AB the Ice Bolt, I think he's just going to take this. So, and then we'll block 6 here because we took nothing and Zach took 6. So this was a favorable turn cycle by 6 points for us. We cobbled together enough of those and we'll end up winning the game. Also, he takes 1 off of the Frost Hex. So it's a 7-point gain up for us. I mean, it's not too shabby. Now...
I would have gave you my Tunic resource, but I was afraid if I did, you would forgo an Arsenal just to get a card out of my hand.
Gotcha.
If I didn't give you Tunic, if I didn't keep Tunic right there.
So we'll Arsenal this. What are these hands? So let's block 6. We're gonna take 5, go to 11. And we'll discard the Emeritus Scolding. and then it sucks, but I think we have to give this up here. I don't think there's a world where we can not give this up here, even though I think it's our last one. Yeah, it is. Like, which is, like, it's unfortunate. Like, it's just the way that Zach's pummel lined up with our cards. It just... Sad days are sad. God, if you could stop having go again attacks. Jesus.
Yeah, my Rousey Ancients have lined up really well so far, like just naturally. I don't even think I'm back to like where I pitched yet.
Yeah, there's no way that you're close to pitch. Like, I mean, I guess you might be getting close. So if I block 3, I can take 2. Then I can block 3 and take 1. And then after that, I have... Yeah, this game is not looking good for us here. All right. Let's go in case. And we'll fuse with the Aether Hell here. Zach can use a blue card and his Tunic trigger to pay for the Insidious Chills here if he wants to. But then he also has to pay for the in-case, so I'm curious to see how he decides to go about this. I mean, he doesn't have to pay for the in-case, but I guess it does. Puts him to 22, and it gives... freezes his hero ability and all of his equipment. Mostly just shutting off Dominate there. And so he does AB, so we'll pitch our Aether Hell here. Come in for 2. And then we'll arsenal our last card. Play Polar Blast to give a Frostbite.
Myself open, but
yeah, I mean, from 23, I can't kill you.
yeah.
I was like, and if I can, then, like, I mean, I don't know how. So this is going to be for 6. So we get to block Cold Snap, Sink Below. Or no, I'm sorry, Ice Bind, Sink Below. Yeah, I think that has to be the play here. Nice. Carly's playing.
Is she killing them fools?
It sounds like she's killing somebody. Normally it's no.
Sorry, eliminating. Sorry, not killing.
Either way. I think she's playing with Allie. Have you played with Allie yet?
I do not think so.
Okay, Allie. So my cousin Kyle, me and him have been playing games together a lot. But his girlfriend Allie has gotten into Fortnite quite a bit, and so we've been playing with her quite a bit. I was like, she loves it. So I think they're playing Fortnite right now.
I think at this point I just have to big number you.
I mean, yeah, like
until I get you to where I can like dominate and for sure get you. Because you've used all 3 sinks so far already.
Yeah, I should have. I was like, I believe I have. Yeah, I was like, the thing is, like, I'm running out of cards. Like, so it's like there's not many like turns left where like I can get you, quote unquote.
Oh, I didn't even notice that, to be honest with you.
That's one of the things about this matchup, man, is like you can just kind of fatigue me from like me having to block and.
Have you played Lexi's with this?
So no, this is the first time I played this list. And I played the Dory. That's my only game.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey, this is good though because you know what happens to those heart stonks.
Dude,
Go right back
absolute.
up.
Yeah, they do. I pitched Hart one time during the first game, and I was like, God, I've missed doing that. Like the most overpriced cardboard in the history of the world, but still.
You'll
Well,
give me at least.
I needed you to have to. Oh man, that sucks. I needed you to have to activate Bravo. Yeah.
I had that Arsenal the Macho Grande for a minute, waiting on like a good opportunity.
I was literally about to say, as soon as Zach, I was like, we have our Ice Eternal in our arsenal. As soon as he goes for a Bravo, we're gonna get him. And then you did that, and I was like, God, are you serious?
I love playing against Icelander, but at the same time, I hate it.
I get that. The way I played versus Bravo was to play aggressively as long as he doesn't try to fatigue me. When he swaps to fatigue, I've set up Frost X's after I attacked. Still a tough matchup, though. So, yeah, the attacks are what give you a lot of value in this matchup, and Rhea doesn't have them in. So, I think that's definitely made our life a little bit more complicated here.
But for like 90% of the meta, they don't even run like maybe AB1. Rhea now all of a sudden has AB3.
Yeah, no, I know. Like, well, yeah, and that's just like, that's what happens. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, I'm not losing to that again. Like, and it's just this weird cycle of how things get played out. I think this is where we're at right now. Like, I think this is where life has to be, unfortunately. We try to deal 3 Arcane to Zach and give him 3 Frostbites here. And then we're going to arsenal our Cold Snap that we just showed him.
You picked a good turn to do it.
Okay.
It's like, I have no resources.
This is what we needed. We needed something like this to happen.
So it's gonna hit me for 3 damage, right?
Yeah, it's 3 Arcane and 3 Frostbites. And yeah, Chris, I get it, man. Like you have to play pretty aggressively against them. Like the attacks just give you so much value. Like, and I just don't have the attacks right now, sadly. Yeah, I've boarded the Icelander deck the way that like Rhea would have, in hopes of like trying to like recreate that, like how she was playing this weekend.
She said she beat a couple Bravos with AB3, but I think it just honestly depends on like, I mean, I kind of drew hot there for like 3 or 4 turns in a row.
I mean, that's fair.
It makes a big difference whenever I'm like,
okay, so we're getting ready to put you to 15. God, if I can win this game this turn. Oh my God, is that Ice Eternal off the top? Did we just get there? 4 Arcane, 4 Frostbites. You go to 8 Frostbites, which is 16 damage, and then 3 is 19. And then 3 more. Or I'm sorry, 4 more. Oh my God, we just did it. Talk about a rip. I mean, I pitch decked that. That's what I'd like to say. So we play Ice Eternal, and we're going to pay 8. Yeah, reveal Channel Lake. So deal 4 Arcane. Put you to 10, and then 16 Frostbites. Jesus. Or 8 Frostbites for 16 because of the Frost X's. Talk about winning by the skin of your teeth. Never doubted Rhea's deck building.
No.
Wow.
My tunic resource won't save me.
I feel like this is a prime example of how Wizards just cheese games.
Hey, you needed it the turn that I didn't have any blues.
I mean, yeah, honestly. Shoo! Okay, man. I cannot believe I won that game. Good lord. Well, we take those. What did you have? 3 reds in your hand and a yellow? Or was it 2 reds and a yellow?
I literally can't do anything offensively anyway, so I have to just pitch it.
Did you have 2 reds and a yellow in your hand? Or 3 reds and a yellow, I mean?
Yes.
God. Wow, what a turn for things to line up for me. Of course, I do things like that when we're playing freaking Talishar, not when, you know, playing in a calling or...
You gotta practice it to me, now you'll do it in the tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you click to those frostbites, it'll...
That's what is it? I mean, it's not even giving me like a weight or nothing.
Is it me? I think I was like, Ice Eternal might have broke the game. I don't know. Okay. I think after I refreshed, that's what happened. I don't know. Shoo. You want to run it back?
Yep, absolutely.
Man.
That was a good game.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to back out to the menu because I don't know what's going on right now. And it just keeps saying that I took 1 arcane damage from frostbites and you won on my screen, so...
Even Talshar doesn't agree with what you just did.
Yeah, I was like, dude, even when I'm winning, I'm losing. Like, that's what I'm taking away from this. Thanks a lot, Talishar. Oh, Lord. All right, I sent you the game invite there. All right, well, 2-0. Oh, now it loaded the rest of her matchups in?
Are you playing Lexi? Is that right?
Wait, no wonder. I was like, dude, there wasn't 54 cards in here. See, dude, I'm like having a stroke. Copy deck link to clipboard. Okay, there we go. I mean, I have enjoyed playing Lexi the last few days.
Lexi's still good.
Dude, did you see me get fatigued by Levia the other night?
No.
Dude, literally got fatigued by Levia the other night.
That's funny.
It was wild. I was like, what is going on in the world right now? So they were on respites, fighting spirits, sinks, fates, blue unmovables, red unmovables. That all you got. Sigil of Solace. Like they were playing the brute action that says shuffle cards back in and gain a life.
The new one. Yeah.
Yeah, like if there was a way to gain life, they were playing it. It was wild. They were playing Warmonger's Diplomacy. There was a hand where I had like Codex laced with blood rod and a couple arrows, and they were just like, Warmonger's Diplomacy, and I was like, wow, thanks a lot.
So can Icelander like flash that in?
Yes.
Like I think you can.
So I haven't seen it tested yet, but my understanding is that when I flash it on your turn, you're already in your action phase, and so it says during your next action phase. So I think it would go into effect the delayed turn. Somebody in chat may know the answer to that. I don't know for sure, but
that makes sense. I was like, because if you do that and then it works like a pseudo hypothermia where they can like you play a bunch of your non-attack actions and then you can flash it in and say, choose which ones you want to be able to play.
Actually, that's just wrong. Yeah, no, I mean that would be insane. Sorry, hang on.
No, you're good, man.
Let's do this way, and then I'm gonna pitch this and set this up for late in the game. Oh, get those reds out of there.
Yeah, set up that little combo for if we make it back.
Well, I'd definitely be making it back. Yes, next turn for Warmonger's effect. Okay, Chris confirmed in chat that we're correct. Because, dude, if you could flash that in and just be like, I know you just played an attack action, but choose. Like,
now you got to choose what you want to do.
It'd be insane. People have been talking about it being good in Fi because it's like another layer of disruption that Fi can play at the end of a chain.
Yeah, that also seems good.
And I'm gonna be honest, man, makes me want to test. Makes me want to test it.
Everybody's really talking about this Meeps card in Briar being.
Oh, the 1 for 2. This is still an item.
Yeah, and if you don't, you draw a card. I think.
Is that what it says? Does it say draw a card?
I could be totally wrong about that. You look that up, but yeah, I could be totally wrong about
What's
that.
it called? Do you know?
Mischievous Meeps, I think, maybe? Or Mysterious Meeps?
Mischievous Meeps Fab TCG. Let's try Mysterious. Mysterious Meeps. All right, I'm getting nothing here. Let's just look at images and see if we get a Meeps. No. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it's called. I know Billy's playing 3 of it in his new Azuri list.
Mischievous. Yeah, it says when this hits a hero, gain control of an item with 2 or less. With cost 2 or less, they control. Otherwise, draw a card.
Yeah, so it's literally just Kyloria's effect on a 1 for 2 with Go Again.
Yeah.
Which is like really good.
Which you can give and take back to the top of your deck as well.
Ugh. That's so dumb. That's cool. Yeah, I saw there were 2 copies of Briar in the top 8.
Yeah, I listened to Yanji Lee talk about Briar on a thing, and I kind of thought he was kidding. But he played her at that Battle Hard and did pretty well.
Yeah, he did. I mean, Yanji's a really good player.
Yes.
Like, I feel like almost anybody that like knows Flesh and Blood knows Yanji. Interesting. Yeah, I actually today before I started streaming, I was editing a short, and it was like everything you missed about Cincinnati in like 60 seconds.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see. I'm curious to see how, like, what it like how it does. Because, dude, like, I don't like some shorts pop off, like,
yeah,
like, and then some shorts get like 60 views. I don't get it.
Literally, I only watch your shorts just because.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Because I'm the only what?
You're the homie. I literally watch 0 other shorts. When yours pop up, I like watch them.
I appreciate it, man. I like, dude, like people just love shorts. Like, it's just like
I get it because I like Instagram Reels.
Yeah, like TikTok changed the world, dude. Like, Vine was ahead of its time. Don't at me.
Vine was the.
And if you're a Zoomer in the chat, don't at me. Briar just suffers from being mostly a combo deck that suffers from Runeblade hands.
Yeah.
Listening to somebody say that a hero suffers from Runeblade hands, I have 2 very like different sides of my brain. The first one is, yeah, that sucks. I get that. I completely sympathize with like that point of view. But the other side of me is like, you know what? Like, Runeblades are broken. Get wrecked. Like,
it's okay because for every time that I've drawn a bad Runeblade hand, I've had like a 20 to 24 point Viscera turn. That's just
Yeah.
making somebody cry.
No, absolutely. I mean, I got 40'd at Nationals last year, and I was just like, from Briar. Like, literally, I was at 27 and got 40'd and just couldn't do anything about it. And I was like, what am I supposed to do when this situation occurs?
Yeah, at the Charlotte Battle Harden, I took a maximum velocity to the face and then did like 27 damage on the next turn with a channel mount.
Yeah, dude. That's like that kind of stuff. Like, that's like, I'm like, you know what? Like, if y'all have a bad hand, good. Like, now I say that because like I've played a lot of Viserai, and Viserai also has those hands where like he just kind of does nothing sometimes, and it's tough.
Yeah, his turns are almost, I don't know, I think Briar's are worse.
No, I agree. Like, Briar's 2-0 turns are way worse than Viserai's.
I mean, if you have an attack, then you can maybe make an embodiment, but Viscera at least can make rune chance.
Yeah, I was like, if you give me like a read the runes or something, I can like, you know, make something. Like, I'm playing somewhat offense here, but like, so we're gonna have to take 6 here. I don't like falling behind here, but I need my last card. So we're gonna have to try and like block 6 here and set this up a little bit. Yanji should have won that game. The life points were not correctly tracked. Are you serious? Is this like a real thing? Like, is this like internet speculation real thing, or is this like a
That's wild.
somebody actually messed up and it's like 100% confirmed? And I asked that, Chris, because like I hear a lot of people say a lot of things on the internet, and then like people have to walk it back because they didn't know all the facts. And it's like, so check out the comments under that video. You mean like the gameplay video, like the live stream? There are timestamps. Ooh,
That's interesting.
ooh, I'm gonna have to check that out after the stream. I did not know that. God, you would think I would have saw something about that on Twitter, as much as I'm on Twitter. Yeah, from the Battle Harden? Okay, yeah, dude, I'll look at that, because that's crazy. That doesn't have go again, you know that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I mean, I'm not complaining. Like, if you just want to give me a turn to do things, like, cool.
Yeah, I think
Ho! Ho ho ho!
oh my god.
I hope it's garbage.
Dude,
I'm mostly
I'm gonna
kidding.
take a picture of this. I literally just pitched 2 of these, which is what's crazy.
I know that I want to set up the Insidious Chill here, but I think I'm going to play the Ether Ice Vein because I need to take cards out of his hand. It's currently costing 7. Okay, so what's the difference between an Ice Eternal here that gives him 3 Frostbites? Which means... So, 3 Frostbites basically negate your Seismic Surges, which means you would need 3 blues and a red. Or I guess you're playing Starstrucks now, so you could have 2 blues and 2 yellows. But if I yellow Ether Ice Vein you, you take 4 and then pitch a card. And then if you have 2 blues, I guess it doesn't matter. It's 6 in one and a half dozen in the other. Except the Ether Ice Vein is more damage.
You know how funny it'd be if I claimed victory.
Could have played the Insidious in his turn and then Ether Ice Vein. Oh, dude. That is, like... Can we do that?
Yeah, man.
That is, like, definitely the correct play. You are 1,000% correct, Chris, because I know he doesn't have an action point. Yeah, that is, dude, that is 100% the right play. Because we pitched the Ice Eternal to play the Insidious Chill, and then we can still just play the Ether Ice Vein and really take him off of that. Wait, did I just pass my window? Oh my god. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Dude, I'm going to have to start over your turn again. Jesus, I'm sorry, dude.
It's all right.
Oh my god. Chad, I'm going to get it together here at some point. Okay, you know what? So I'm just going to go ahead and play this now so that I don't fuck this up again.
That makes sense.
Yeah, good catch, Chris. Happens all the time. Yeah, I try not to take things back if I can help it, especially when I'm playing against like if I'm playing against like random people I don't know, I really try hard not to take it back because I just like I don't know, like it's a cool feature to have on the game, but I also don't like when people do it to me without saying anything because I'm like, we're in a competitive lobby, like you can't take things back in real life. So I don't know, like it's weird. Like now hopefully 2 of these pay 2 or discard a card effects will like take you off of the pulverize turn, and then you just have a heaved pulverize in your arsenal. But the fact that you're going to draw a card off Showtime makes me unsure. Is Showtime at the beginning of your action phase?
Yeah.
Nice, which means I can play things in response. Value Town. Population me. Hopefully.
This is tough. It's a bad hand again. I mean, it drew totally separate cards, dude. It literally, I had 3 Starstrucks in the hand it drew before.
What?
Yeah. And I just pitched 2 of them, and then when I shuffled, I guess off Showtime, it like
drew off. RNG something else, isn't it?
It is,
dude. So
I don't think I can play this in no matter what happens.
So I don't know if you watched any of mine and Nick's games that we've played over the last like I don't know, like we probably played, like I think he's played with me multiple times when I've streamed over the last like 2 or 3 weeks. And dude, we played one night and there were 3 games he rolled back-to-back ones.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like 3 games. And then him and I played the other night and I think he rolled like 7 6s over the course of like 3 games. And I was like, well, let me tell you, I was like, Talishar is definitely trying to make up for what it did to you the other day, because this has been absolutely insane.
Dude, like,
Why didn't he give me an opportunity to play something?
Do you have your priorities turned on?
I don't know how you turn your priorities off, but is that like a settings thing?
Menu, you go and you scroll down and it says priority settings, auto pass, always hold.
Yeah, I have auto pass priority.
Let's go back and put always hold.
Yeah, no, that was a thing you could do.
Yeah, now like when the seismic surges pop, it'll like give you priority to do whatever you want.
Interesting. I was like, yeah, because I've done that stuff in real life before.
We'll have to go back to the last turn.
That's fine. Yep.
Yeah, I had to take a chance that I was going to draw a blue off this, and I may draw something else this time, but
you won't this time. It only did it last time because you shuffle each time, and Talishar has to like see new randomly generated numbers.
That makes sense.
I still didn't get a priority window.
Huh.
It's not a big deal. Like, I don't.
If it makes you feel any better, I still can't play this pulverize.
I mean, that does make me feel a little bit better. Because if you had drawn a blue, would you have exactly enough resources?
Yes, and which is why I played that the way I did. I had to get rid of the two. My hand was 3 reds and a blue.
Oh my god!
So I had to like discard the 2 reds because I wanted to steadfast that Aetherized Feint, but then I would lose my whole hand and not be able to play it no matter what. So
gotcha.
A chance to play it and get it out of my arsenal.
Steadfast is a really interesting card.
It is, and I did not play it last time, but I was trying it this time.
I mean, it's a sweet card. Like,
it was rough.
Well, if you have a red action you want to play, you can play something. It still costs 3 less.
I know, but I still can't.
Oh, gotcha.
I know I can. I just was overthinking
it. So this is a little bit of a problem here. So we can block we could just throw our hand at this and block 11 if we wanted to here. We could block 8 and throw 3 and then do nothing. We can throw the frosting for 2 points here, block 9, take 2. It's an even 2-point exchange, and then arsenal our cold snap. That seems like a decent option here, I suppose. We're only down 3 points here. This play was not possible with a with a frostbite. Kind of warps the game, to be honest. Yeah, it does warp the game a little bit, but I mean, that's true. I guess this wasn't possible with a frostbite.
Is it letting you hold priority now when I do things?
Yeah, it'll let me do it every other time you do something. It just won't let me do it when seismic surges pop. So I don't know. I don't know if it's a Talishar thing or if it's something I don't have turned on, because when I play against Briar players and their embodiment pops, I take damn. Like it lets me do things. It always has.
It should be the same thing.
I don't think it's ever let me do this against like someone like who's playing like seismic surges, and I don't know.
It reads the same as an embodiment, right?
Yeah, no, it's at the. I think are seismic surges at the beginning of your turn.
I think so.
Well, your turn and your action phase aren't exactly the same thing. Like, if it says at the beginning of your turn, then I don't have a window to do anything. So that goes to 28 off the frostbite here.
Sorry, I was trying to look up what seismic surge said.
No, you're good. I know that seismic surges are the action phase because in like IRL you can respond to them.
Yeah, at the beginning of your action phase, yeah. Super strange.
At the beginning of your action phase, destroy seismic surge's next guardian attack action you play this turn costs less to play. Yeah, so yeah, that's what Chris was saying in chat. So it's weird that it doesn't do that. I honestly wonder if it's a Talishar thing. Because like I've just learned that there are some interactions that Talishar doesn't have perfect.
Yeah, which kind of, I mean, I'm not really complaining off the great thing that they've made for us to use.
That's kind of how I feel about it. Like, as I'm like, does that suck? And does it hinder our testing? Yes, absolutely. But at the same time, I'm like, they've created a free, completely awesome product that allows me to play online that's not Tabletop Simulator. So I try to keep my complaints to myself.
Yeah. It's so much better than Tabletop Simulator.
Oh my god. It is like infinitely better than Tabletop Simulator. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Alright, so Zach's going to take 1 here. We can give Zach 3 cards. Activate Coronet Peak. Ensure that he can't play his Pulverize. And then Arsenal the Frost Hex here. Which means we had a turn cycle where Zach takes 1 and I take nothing, which is a positive turn cycle for us. We can block 6, play the Frost Hex, Arsenal our red Ether Hell. We can block 6, we can play the red Ether Hell, Waning Moon, Arsenal the Frost Hex. So, I mean, we can take 3 and serve 6 here. Now, Zach can block if he wants to. We take 3, and I guess we serve 7 as a total turn cycle because of the Frostbite. and then we get to arsenal our Frost Hex, and if Zach has a Command and Conquer, then we're just going to play it. I could also throw Waning Moon here if I wanted to. Nah.
I'm due for a blue hand here.
Yeah?
That's weird.
That's a weird thing, is like Bravo has to play so many reds to keep up the pressure that it wants to. That like against like these wizard decks, you get caught like red-handed sometimes and you don't have it. Like, and honestly, like if people play a lot of wizard, they become really good at like telling when you're bluffing and when you actually have it.
Just feels so bad. Yeah.
And then we'll throw Waning Moon. All right, so we're down 1 point, which means we're doing pretty well for ourselves right now. So the only way that we would stop his turn is if he has a red here by flashing this in. And I'm not banking. Like, Bravo just pitched 2 reds, which means he's probably taking his blue here. He probably kept 2 blues if I had to guess. I mean... this is one of those turns I'm going to go for it. Like, this is kind of like I'm trying to call Zach's bluff a little bit here. Okay, and I was wrong. And that kind of stuff's going to happen. So we're going to go... we're just going to sink below this here. I guess I could block 6 in Arsenal to sink below, but this is like one of my best cards. And I'd really like to set this up for a turn when we're going to try and go for a kill shot. It's crazy that I'm thinking about killing Zach when he's at 23. What a time to be alive.
Can you click on my seismic surge, that little thing, and toggle the button?
Oh,
If you toggle that button to where it's like pink,
it
should give you priority right before it pops.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. So there's still quite a few reds in our deck. I feel like I'm taking a little bit of a chance here, but I'm going to bottom this. Immediately punished. Immediately punished. Cry yourself to sleep at night. God, that was like worst case scenario. I mean, like, so like it's an ice bind, so I still just get to throw a 0 for 3. I guess the worst case scenario is that we drew another red Ether Ice Vein. That was worst case scenario. We drew another red Ether Ice Vein, and then it really is cry yourself to sleep at night. That would have been abysmal.
I have to get you using your cards, even though it doesn't matter. I think we've traded for too long.
Oh, you're saying you need to take damage? Like you need to try and push back here? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So I can block 13 and take 1. Because my hand doesn't really do much besides that. What did you look for? I'm not sure what you mean. What did you look for? If you're asking why I sunk the blue there, I sunk the blue because like I'm so used to just wanting to churn cards through my deck to get back to my pitch stack as fast as humanly possible. Is it better to block 10, take 4, and then take a card out of your hand?
Since I don't have the arsenal, probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think the 4 life damage at this point matters as much to you as it does me.
Okay, well, that's also a card I didn't want to draw. I wanted to draw that card to like try and end the game with, not draw it to pitch it to my Coronet peak here.
There's one more floating around, right?
One more that I haven't pitched, yeah. I was like, that's the second one that I've pitched, so if I was good at this game, I could tell you where it's at.
Me too, but I'm not.
And that's all 3 sinks, so Zach now knows that we're out of sinks.
Oh, that's wrong.
I guess let's block 6 here. Go back to 17 and have a pretty decent disruption turn here against Zach. I feel like we haven't set up enough Frost Sexes or Insidious Chills to get the job done here. I don't know. It feels like we're falling a little short right now. Just kind of the sense that I get from where the game's going.
So I have 1 there. If I pitch to 2 and pay, that'll all be good. Yep, I think that's what I need to do.
Okay, so Zach takes 3, keeps his hand. We'll play Cold Snap here, see what we can find. Yep, the Seismic token was off again. I guess with him having 2 cards in his hand, I'm not really worried about playing my Cold Snap there in response to his Seismic Surge. Like, it might matter, but I don't think it's going to. So I can block Polar Blast, Ice Bolt, pitch Cold Snap to play Insidious Chill, and then Arsenal our last card here. Polar Blasts were sweet when... I mean, I could Waning Moon Zach here. I guess actually... Sorry.
No, you're good.
So
It's
if I block 3... What'd you say, sorry?
I said it's like 5 extra damage if you Waning Moon plus the Frostbite.
Yeah, I was like, so if I use the Polar Blast attacks for 3 points or blocks for 2, so it just makes more sense to attack with it. And then you block 1, but then I get to push through the Frostbite points, and actually we go from 17-17 to now I'm actually up a point. And I think that's insanely good value for me. We'll set up the Insidious Chill. Like, stuff like this is just like how you win. It ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the juice, baby. Eh. So there's 1 more in our deck somewhere, which means we're playing to and out of 1 more, which I'm not a huge fan of. Pummel here would not be great. My play would have been to react to the Seismic, pitch a blue for Cold Snap, then Waning Moon. Yeah, I mean, that was definitely like a play we could have made. I'm a big fan of using Tunic for Waning or for Cold Snap anytime that I can, just because I think it has a lot of value. God, see, this is really bad.
I think the only way that I like can get you off guard of like your disruption is throwing pummels on cards like that. They just aren't normally pummeled.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like really good. Like being able to like play pummels in like like what I would like times when I don't want you to are like definitely a great route to victory for you. So we've got Zach down to 13.
I think I have to have it make you do something here if you're going to.
This is really awkward. I mean, I think we're just going to let this happen because there was absolutely no way for us to stop. I mean, I guess we could have like Storm Striders and fused the in case there, but I don't think that's where we want to be. So I think this is where we got to be. Like, I think this is where our turn has to be right now. So how Zach responds to us attacking for 4, or I guess us dealing 4 arcane damage to him, will tell us a lot. Okay. Let's see if he also blocks the Waning Moon, because 10 is like just scary enough to where if he taps out, he could be dead. So block 3. Block 3, if he goes for the pummel, he dies. This will allow us to push through some damage right here. So Zach has another blue. He'll pitch it right here, and then he'll... Okay, so he did have the blue pummel. Interesting. All right. Now, the question is, can Zach stop all of this? So we need 3, 5, 6, 7. 3, 6. So I need 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 resources, and I have 8 resources. So 2 blues. He chose draw a card, which makes me think his hand is not 2 blues. I don't think it matters. I think we've got him. I could be having a stroke. Pitch this, reveal this, and then we get double fuse here. And then double Insidious Chill. Insidious Chill number 1 takes a card out of his hand. And then Insidious Chill number 2, if he has a blue. Okay, so he did have double blue there, but it just doesn't matter. So then We use Waning Moon to put him to 2. He has no resources left, and then we play the Ice Bolt for 3. Okay. It's been so long since I've done the Icelander math that like I'm having to like walk through it multiple times to make sure I'm not like having a stroke.
Way too slow.
What'd you say?
Said I think I started way too slow.
Yeah, I was able to have quite a bit of setup over the course of the game without like you really pressuring me that much, it felt like. Or am I supposed to go the other way? Maybe it's Insidious Chill pitching these 2 cards, and then I can arsenal my 2-card 6 hand, which is like, I guess, on rate for what I'm trying to accomplish. Or I guess, oh my god, what is this? Well, as the kids say, Chief called and this ain't it. You never play Pulverize versus Icelander?
What? Why? I mean, I'm not questioning you. I'm just interested.
Yeah, Chris, why? I'm curious to hear that. I feel like I've seen people play Pulverize into me before when I'm playing Icelander. Now, I'm not saying that they're correct, but I'm curious to know why also. I mean, it's high resource intensity, so that can definitely be a downfall, but I guess I'm just supposed to... Yeah, I think that's got to be the play. It's not worth the risk for me. The moment you disrupted it with Arsenal, you lose so much tempo. Yeah, that's true. I mean, it definitely did sit there and stare at me for like 3 turns. Hiya. 4 Arcane. Okay, so Zach lets that 4 come through. His hand must be pretty good here. Let's Arsenal our last card. Hoping to find a Frost X here somewhat soonish. Okay, ask and you shall receive, I suppose. Now, the only problem here is that I have to take up 6. I have to take 6 to set up this play. So I have to give Zach a 10-point life lead here to set up my Frost Hex. Which, like, I know that, like, Icelander is all about, like, setup and, like, you know, trying to play the slow game. Like, it's just... Sometimes it can be tough to just, like, sit here and kind of do nothing. Because you're, like, giving your opponent quite the life lead here. And as everybody who's played a lot of Icelander knows, that if you're walking life totals down as Icelander and your opponent is not, like, if we're both at 10, Icelander's winning. The game's not tied.
Hey, if you're at 20 and Icelander's at 1, you're not safe.
I mean, that is true.
As we just experienced.
I was like, yeah, throwback to game 1. So let's try to have the typical Icelander favor hand here, where we take nothing, and then we're going to throw Red Ether Hell at Zach. We're also pitch stacking for our, what's it called? The thing that I was just talking about. Man, if he kept all of his cards, it kind of makes me want to give him a Frostbite here. We're also pitch stacking our what card? What's the card called? The in-game card? I'm like having a stroke. Ice Eternal.
Ice Eternal, yeah.
Yeah, pitch stacking our Ice Eternal. Good lord. Yeah, Ice Eternal, man. That was like my brain was like having a stroke trying to comprehend what was happening. So I don't know that a Frostbite will be relevant here, but
it changed what I was gonna do. I was gonna pummel this Crippling Crush, but now I'm just gonna dominate it.
oh, because I don't have the because I don't have the threat of a sink below.
Yeah, well, and I had to pitch. I didn't have enough. I had to pitch the pummel to get all 9. So
Gotcha. 3-0, let's go, dude. Absolutely right. 3-0, man. Having a good night so far. I should play racquetball while you stream more often. I suppose that is one thing to take away from that. Oh, let me keep my frost text, please. 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 Boo. All right. What'd you say?
I said, you don't need it.
I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. God, I love SpongeBob. Watched too much SpongeBob as a kid. So, block 5, hopefully, play our Ether Hell that we arsenaled, and then arsenal our last card. I'm going to say our last card and try not to give away all the information that I have here. Okay. So it's weird because like I can never really like say, oh, he pummeled this or did this because of this, but like I don't this like I think I would still block 5 here in the 4 of in the interest of taking as little damage as possible. And then if Zach plays the pummel here, then I mean it just is what it is. We're going to discard this card, unfortunately. Like, we're down quite a bit here. It was an Alaskan bullworm. Why don't we just take Bikini Bottom and move it over there?
That's such a good show.
Dude, it is. He burned our crops, poisoned our water supply. He did? No. But are we just going to stand around and wait until he does? I think I have a problem. I can quote way too much SpongeBob. Easily my favorite. That's right. It's because SpongeBob's awesome, dude. It's like everybody's favorite. Oh my god. What is his hand? So I take 1, play Insidious Chill, arsenal my Polar Blast. Like, Zach's also setting up for a bigger turn though. What should we do now? Get the life card! Oh god. That show is pure anarchy. And I was there for every second of it. Like, I love every second of that show. Polar Blast.
As much as I don't want you to dominate your in case.
You're not gonna pay. Hearing English SpongeBob quotes as a German and knowing exactly which scene you mean is so funny.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. I can only imagine what SpongeBob sounds like in German. I would be intrigued to hear that dub. All right, so if I block 3 and take 3, I go to 4, and I'm running a pretty risky line here. But I think we have to have a turn where we try to swing tempo and get back into the game. And honestly, what better card than Ready Thrice Feign to get us back into the game? So I think we're going to keep the frosting here. I don't know that that's correct. If somebody disagrees with that, I'd definitely be interested to hear why you disagree. If Zach wants to keep 2 cards, he has to take all 5 here and go to 19. So, okay, so he does, so that he can keep 2 cards. We have our Seismic Surge turned on here. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the Surge so that I can cost 3 more, which means if he has 2 more blues, then his hammer's still for 6. So keeping the
Yeah, whatever you do off of my Seismic Surge depends on what I do. There's 2 options I have.
yeah, frosting is the best here. Okay, yeah, so frosting is also what I thought. I mean, I'm hoping that we can get through another turn here and keep 2 of our cards. So we take 2, go to 2, and then we have another turn just like we did, and then we can try to go for the kill. Hopefully, I mean, our cards have to line up, but, you know, last time we just, you know, never didn't have it, so... Again, if I was just full of crap, I'd have just been like, oh, I pitch decked that hand. Like, but, like, I didn't. I got lucky that my cards came up in a way that was beneficial for me, so... I'm honestly convinced that sometimes people are like, oh, I pitch decked that, and I just want to be like, no, you didn't. Like, your cards came back around in a lucky order. You weren't thinking about that. But, I mean, you know, if Tark Patel was like, oh, I pitch decked that, I'd be like, yeah, okay. I buy that. I buy that for $1. But, like, some people, I'm like, nah, bruh, you didn't pitch deck that. I'm like, you're just saying that because it sounds cool. Okay.
Oh, wait, I did that wrong. That was my bad.
Oh, dude, let's start the whole turn over here. I got you.
I just need to... The discard is irrelevant because I'm not going to get to play the card anyways before the game's over.
Oh, I think I clicked last turn. Did I?
Okay, yeah, we'll go through this. I hammered you.
I was like, we can go through this again. I was like, this won't take just a second. So, yep. You come in with the hammer, and I take 2, go to 2. And then on my turn, pitch this, reveal Polar Blast, 2 Insidious Chill triggers coming at you.
So the first one I'll do
Air Goodman coming at you. Dude, that's such a good movie.
I might as well just do as much as I can.
Okay, so Zach's just preventing everything that he can because I think he wasn't really going to have a turn otherwise. So that makes sense. Let's just take our free damage here. We get to gain a life off of our heart and basically just get to have like a free turn cycle here. I mean, there's no way for us to kill him, right?
I figured that was a possibility. That's why I didn't like having to do that.
I don't think I can. So I pitch 6 deal 3 arcane to you and give you 3 frostbites. So you go to 11, and then you take 4 frostbites and go to 7. And then I just have to arsenal on my turn. So no, we definitely can't kill you here. Or if you can, it's a better player than me that's going to do it. So let's run out the Frost Hex, and then let's go Waning Moon for 2. And then we'll kind of see how Zach responds here. He's probably going to A-B this if I had to guess, but maybe we're lucky and he's like red. Okay. I always forget that like there are now actually yellows in the deck. What is this garbage? There was ever a hand I was going to like spit at. It was so terrible. Wow. Wow. My God. Oh, man. Okay. I don't know that a Command and Conquer has ever lined up better.
Do you not have anything, or were you on the whole? Did you have it all?
I have both my sinks in my hand.
Ew.
Yeah. I was like, okay then. Like, I was just like, what is this? Like.
So when I do this, I would not do this differently had I known you have your sinks.
Okay, fair enough.
Just because it's the lowest cost card that has the most effect in my hand. That way
Oh my God.
For resources to block with.
God, and the crazy part is like if you have a pummel, like I just can't stop it. Literally.
Yeah. That would be
Oh my God. So if I block 9 and you have a red pummel, I'm dead here anyway. If I go for Emeritus Scolding, even if you have 2 reds in your hand, you block 3, take 2, go to 7, and then I Waning Moon you, and then I die. So my best and only option here is to block 9 and hope you're stuck with a blue pummel.
No, I don't have a pummel. I wish I did.
I still like I don't think I can take that chance from there.
No, I don't think so either.
Like I think I have to go for it right there.
Oh, I think that's overextending.
And I was like, yes, give me all those resources. I was like, you're at 9.
I realized the error of my ways very fast.
Can I kill you here? Is this enough to kill you? So if I have 5, so you pitch a blue, have 2 floating, pitch a blue, which means you have 1 card in your hand. So if both your cards are blues, then I get to... All right, let's think here. I pitch Sink Below, pitch Warmonger's Diplomacy to activate Storm Striders, then play Ether Icevein Fuse. You discard 2 twice. So pitch blue, 1 card in your hand, AB3, take 2, then I Waning Moon. You go to 4, and then I die. Man. This is a tough scene. Maybe I'm supposed to bottom this. What just happened? There we go. Oh, that's sad. I just traded that out for a worse version of what I had. I put a red Ether Ice Fan on the bottom and drew a yellow. Man. That's definitely the first pitch stacked hand that I had. Right? Or is it not? I don't know if it is. I don't think it is. Could be wrong, though. Do 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 do.
I think I just have to do this. See what you do.
I have to hope you don't have it here. Wow. I cannot believe you didn't have it.
Yeah, it was bad.
Like, I was living on a hope and a prayer that you didn't have it right there.
So my two options were do that or play a choke slam and have one card left, which is a blue, and you probably can kill me from there.
Red or blue chokeslam?
Red.
So, the ironic part with the way I had to Arsenal, red chokeslam probably wins you the game. Now, like,
even if I don't have two blues, like I have exactly 4 to pitch for the red chokeslam, and then I'd have one blue in my hand.
And that's all you'd have?
Yeah.
So you take 3 off of the yellow Ether Ice Fang, go to 6, and then 3 off Waning Moon and go to 3, and then I can't kill you. Now, granted, you can't play that way because you don't know that I'm Arsenal to yellow.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, you're probably assuming that I've Arsenaled a blue of some variety, where I can play a card from Arsenal and then play my yellow Ice Vein from hand and then kill you that way. So I definitely think what you did was a correct decision. It just the way my hand worked out, you would have ended up winning the game.
Yeah, I think I still die here, no matter what.
So... Oh, did you discard a red chokeslam?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had 2 reds in my hand again.
So when you pass, we're going to go for the Frostbite. Oh.
Yeah.
I see. And then we'll activate Storm Striders for 4 more.
I hope you have a frosting, so you just Storm Striders the frosting in, and then I die from the frostbite.
And you die to the Frostbites? That would be funny.
Yeah. First time ever Storm Striding a frosting.
Oh, it'd definitely be funny to say the least. This list that Ray has put together is sweet.
It's very
Like,
good.
I feel like it's performing very smoothly. Like, I'm not gonna give Zach the chance to filter here, because it's very possible that Zach wants to filter his cards here. Like, I would probably think that he wants to filter his hand there in some capacity. Now, maybe not if his hand's that, but... Ugh. So, let's take 2 here, go to 34, and then see what he does. And then he plays E-Strike. We're gonna Waning Moon to deal 3, and then this is probably for draw card. Yep, draw card. I was just guessing. That's what I would have done in his spot. I mean, I don't know. Going for 7 there is pretty valuable, because if you don't draw like a good arsenal target here, you don't have Crown of Providence to bail you out.
I drew a blue unmovable, just so you know.
Interesting. And we're definitely not arsenaling that. So we'll get our card out of your hand, and then we'll just arsenal our last card here. I think that's the best line that we're looking for here. Guys, appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. I know there are other things y'all could be doing with your evening, but appreciate y'all hanging out. Whether you're on YouTube or Kick or wherever you're at, means a lot. Dun, 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 dun. Hammer. All right, so we can. All right, let's think through our options here. So my first thought process is block Ether Ice Vein, block Sink Below, pitch our heart to play Insidious Chill, pass. Or we pretty much block the same either way. It's just whether we want to Arsenal Insidious Chill or Ether Hell. I think we want to Arsenal our Insidious Chill, because if Zach ever plays a pummel, then we can actually like try to like, or if he ever plays a Command and Conquer, we can just flash in our Insidious Chill, but we can't our Ether Hell. So let's just block 7 here. We'll just take our 7 here. Block 7 and play Ether and Arsenal Insidious Chill. Okay, so definitely, so one of the lines I talked about. So Chris is on the same page I am here. I like when chat's on the same page that I am. It makes me feel a little bit better about my decisions, because sometimes I don't exactly know how I feel about things and where I should be at. So God, I love Heart of Fandle. Not like $500 love it, but it's good. What are Heart of Fandles at right now? Do you know, Zach?
I want to say the last time I saw it was like 400, 400-ish.
I'm gonna look. I'm curious.
But that probably went up due to Icelander.
Let's see what they are on TCG Player. Heart of Fandle. 425 for the rainbow foil that I have. We could flash in our card here and try to shut Zach's turn down. I don't think that's where we want to be, though. And that's exactly why I didn't want to do that. So we can block 6 here. Take nothing, and then we can play our Insidious Chill. I could have taken 3 there if I wanted to, but the Ether Ice Vein without the Insidious Chill in play just kind of seems like, I don't know, like it's not a bad play. It's just not as good as we want it to be. So Zach picks go again here. So I'm going to go ahead and block here because I'm definitely going to block with this card this turn. We'll take 2. And then he comes in with hammer for 4. That's fine. So we'll take 1. I mean, if he has the pummel, he has the pummel. Like, unfortunately, I've just kind of come to terms with the fact that, like, if Zach has the pummel, he just has it sometimes, and that's just how it's going to be. So let's play Ether Ice Vein, pitch Emeritus Colding, reveal Ether Hell. So we'll get at least a couple cards out of his hand here. Even if he has the Steadfast, he has to pitch a card to play a card. So I'm curious to see what the Bravo's list looked like from the Battle Hardened this weekend.
I am too. This is really the first time I've played with Bravo in a long time.
Dude, I love Bravo. Like, Bravo's a lot of fun. He seems like such a fair hero. I put that in quotes, but
yeah.
like, I mean, because like he is, like, on the surface, like, Bravo is an extremely fair hero, but like Bravo can like do some dumb stuff.
I agree.
Okay, so Zach took 4.
I arsenaled a card I should not have arsenaled.
Ah, I've been there, brother. This is an interesting hand. It doesn't really do anything. This is like a super awkward hand. I don't like this hand at all. Eh. I guess let's just do this. Yeah, I don't know. That's like so awkward and terrible. We're gonna pitch Ice Eternal, try to pitch stack a little bit here. Pitch stacking with Icelander is coming back to me slowly. I got to a point to where I could pitch stack with Icelander pretty well, to where I could say like, oh, I know I've set this up in these hands and yada yada yada, and I know that this is going there and so on and so on. So I'm curious to know how much of that I've lost, because I'm a firm believer that Flesh and Blood is, if you don't do it enough, you will lose it. And we'll arsenal our last card. Well, if you arsenal a card you shouldn't have, there's no way it's a pummel. Now, I wouldn't know that. But looking at this hand, is there, like, can I even take the chance that if you have the pummel? Like, am I just blocking 6 and sucking it up anyway? I mean, if you have the pummel, like, you have the pummel, there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I can't block 12. I have 2 power cards in my hand. I genuinely think if you have the pummel, you have the pummel, which sucks, but... Let's put the Frost Hex in play. We could have played the Ether Ice Vein and fused with the Frost Hex and then arsenaled the Frost Hex, but I think this is a way better line. All right, now we're cooking with gas. Block 6, play our Insidious Chill. Go for the combo. Oh, Patrick doesn't boo Icelander. Although I do like that. Dude, Kick has some of the coolest, like, emotes that there are.
Man, dude, I've just been not good. This card at Arsenal has messed up everything.
Really?
Yeah, it's been bad.
I know we're blocking with like some pretty serious powerhouse cards here, but I don't think it matters. We still have one more red Ice Vein and one more yellow Ice Vein in our deck. Or I guess we have two more yellow Ice Veins if you're not counting the one in our arsenal. So Zach's playing around there being two more yellow Ice Veins. Although we know there's only one more. So, I mean, we're not going to respond to that. This is for 8.
Yeah, get it out of my arsenal. Holy cow.
Oh, that what you arsenaled?
Yeah, that was awful. Bad decision.
So if we block 5, or I guess we're blocking 6. I'm having a stroke. Yeah, we're just gonna play this here. We'll still have another counter on one Insidious Chill and 2 more counters on the other Insidious Chill to set up for our combo turn. But we got to get Zach within combo range, and with 2 Frost Hexes, we can. I mean, like realistically, with 2 Frost Hexes, we can kill Zach from like 15, but we can kill Zach from 25 if the cards line up the right way. I know I'm going to play against Jeremiah one time, and I'm going to think, yep, Icelander's terrible. Throw it out the window.
It is not the most fun match.
Like, it's not, like, unwinnable or anything. Like, if you're playing Icelander, you can definitely win it. It's just not, like, very favorable.
Yeah.
Okay, so Zach takes 4. We're going to arsenal our last card. Ew. Let's find an extra card here, see if we can make something good happen. I mean, that's not bad. We're just going to block 6 here. Man, Bravo can't get a game so far. Seems rough. Is it just that bad of a matchup for Bravo? So honestly, Angel, it doesn't like. Hang on one second.
I don't think it's supposed to be that bad of a matchup for Bravo.
All right, sorry. I thought Carly died in the other room. There was like a very sudden loud noise from the other room. And then I was like, what's going on in there? And she was like, nothing. And I was like, okay, this is weird, but whatever. Like my experience playing against Bravo as Icelander is that the matchup is not like favored. I think it's favored in Bravo's favor. Now, as an Icelander, I have a winning record against Bravo. Like, not counting tonight's games, like prior to like Dusk Till Dawn meta, I have a winning record against Bravo as Icelander. Now, some of that I think is me skill gapping people that are just like playing at like RTNs and stuff like that. But I think it's supposed to be favored for Bravo. To be fair, Zach's had a couple of abysmal draws tonight, and I've had a couple of cards just come off the top of my deck exactly when I needed them. So I think you're seeing a little bit of like variance in my favor tonight, honestly, Angel.
You know, I don't think I might not supposed to put these in against 2.
Zealous?
Yeah.
That's possible. We'll take 2 here. This is an awkward hand. I mean, I guess it's not really awkward. It's just me trying to like figure out what I want to set up. Like how I want to set up what I'm trying to set up here. We're gonna play the Ether Hell on our own turn here. Okay, thanks for the response. It's much appreciated. Yeah, absolutely. I'm happy to help answer any questions I can. So all right, so Zach taking damage. We're getting closer and closer to that like point of no return where we can just kind of get Zach out of nowhere. Okay, that is terrifying. Although I think we can kind of just end Zach's turn right here. With him playing the Icelander. It doesn't allow us to kill him, and I don't like going for it on his turn. So what we could do alternatively, so right now we have the option here. We can play Ice Eternal, pitching Warmonger's Diplomacy, and Cold Snap fused with Ice Bolt. Zach has to discard, he has to pay for or discard 2 cards, and then he gets 3 Frostbites and 3 Arcane damage. And then he doesn't get to do anything from there, so his Terra Sunder turn is wasted. The other option is, if he Terra Sunders his Anothos, we have Sink Below and Coronet Peak and Iron Rock Gauntlet. If he has like a 4 for 8 here that he can play, we're in bad shape. The other problem with that is that if he throws Hammer, the other problem with us playing Sink Below and blocking Gauntlet and Peak, if he throws Hammer and has a Pummel, I'm in a bad spot. So I think our best play is to go for this. I genuinely think this is our best play here. Did you have the Pummel?
No.
Okay. Did you have a 4 for 8, or was it just Hammer?
I was just gonna hammer.
Okay.
I just had 6 resources that way. If you just gave me a frostbite, I could do it.
So I asked Zach that because I think, one, it's good to think about the things that you can lose to and the things you can get blown out by. But this is also a good opportunity to point out that sometimes you just overthink things. And sometimes it's just what it looks like, and it just doesn't matter. So I'm going to go ahead and pitch our Ice Bolt here to Waning Moon. We'll put Zach to 8, and then Zach's going to take 6 and go to 2. And then I'm up 16 points. Things you should not be saying as an Icelander. And again, kind of to what we were talking about earlier off of Angel's question, is that none of this is really Zach's fault. It's just kind of the way the cards have lined up. And then I drew ready through Ice Fame, which is going to kill Zach no matter what he does, because he only has AB3. Break Storm Striders. No fuse. This is where Zach blows me out. Yep. There it is. And I gave up my best equipment on a game I was winning because I thought it was over. There's another example of don't be an idiot. All right, so now we got to figure out how to get out of this. So I think it starts with us playing Sink Below. I will sink this. Okay. So that's only one Steadfast we've seen, so there could be other Steadfasts. Right there, what just happened was a great example of don't get overexcited. I was in a dominant position, like absolutely dominant position, and I just potentially gave up all of my footing to be able to try and kill Zach off of a Stormstrider's kill when I didn't have to go for it. It's completely idiotic. If I lose this game, I'm going to talk about that one for the next month.
I had hung on to it for a while.
I was like, I think you'd had that in your arsenal for a few turns, which I think, I mean, should have told me that it was something good.
Making a seismic surge is the right thing to do here, but
so let's block 6. I was like, if Zach has the pummel, then like we can play our card in response, and if he doesn't, then we can sit on it and play our Insidious Chill during his turn. Or during our turn, I mean. I had no idea that turning on the... that you had to actually ping the...
toggle that button.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that too. And when I looked down at my screen, it was untoggled, and I was like, I bet that's what it is.
So let's go Sink Below, put the Cold Snap on the bottom. We find a good card.
I think I'm safe to do this. I don't know if it really gains me anything, but gets me an arsenal spot.
I mean, yeah, I was like, you get to arsenal a card that you like here. And plus, it'll give you an extra card on your turn.
So I think Forfeit's probably the best move. Yeah. Too risky. Well, you don't have Stormstriders, but I'm not used to playing a game without Stormstriders against the Wizard.
I mean, yeah.
Usually when that happens, it's over with.
you still shouldn't be used to feeling that. Just for what it's worth, it's just me playing bad because I thought the game was over. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy that happened on stream because it means that there's people that saw me do that. I feel like that's like a very I feel like that's a good lesson to take away from like just playing too eager, like being too eager about something.
Just bad.
Oh, there we go. And then we get a blue. Why is my mom calling me at 10 till 10? Before Showtime pops,
This is where the issue arises.
I was like, we're going to play Ice Bolt here. Oh, yeah, so he didn't even have a blue to pitch. So,
Red.
yeah, we were going to Tunic to Waning Moon you there. So, I mean, I think I had you either way, but...
I did less damage that game than any of the other games.
You had the kill here. You could only block with Sync, play Ether in your turn, take 3 cards from him, and Arsenal the Emeritus. Oh, gotcha. So if I had only... I blocked with... Did I block with Sync and Brain Freeze? I can't remember what exactly the line was, but I think my turn was similar to what you just said. Because we got 3 cards out of his hand the way that I went about it too, because of the Ether, because of the Insidious Chills. But yeah, almost anything that would get 3 cards out of Zach's hand was going to be very good for us right there.
you want to play a game against Lexi?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me make another game and we'll see what that feels like, because I am curious to know what that feels like. Private copy Discord. Just put it in there for you, brother. Guys, while we're waiting on Zach to jump in the game, now's a good time to talk about my my giveaway I'm doing right now. I guess I'm gonna go first against you. Right now, I'm celebrating doing 1 year of Flesh and Blood content. I started doing Flesh and Blood content like right at a year ago, and to celebrate that, I'm doing a giveaway. I'm pretty excited about it, and it's pretty cool. If you guys follow me and you haven't checked it out, be sure to hit ! giveaway on in the chat. It doesn't matter if you're on Kick or YouTube. It has the link to the video in the description for that. You guys should check it out. Video is about 2.5 minutes long, and it gives all the giveaway details. There's some pretty cool prizes in there, so I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I've put some pretty cool stuff in there, so you guys should check it out. I'm out for today. Thanks for the stream, dude. Absolutely, I appreciate you coming by and hanging out, Chris. Have a good night, man. All right, let's see.
I put in the wrong equipment. Let me create another game.
Oh, okay. No, it's fine. I'll just invite you to another one. Let's see here. Boomer. Literally named it Boomer. Wonder what her rationale was behind that. Oh, don't ignore that. That's my deck link that I just sent you. Yeah. All right, there we go. Oh, boy, say, hey, baby, hey, baby, hey.
So you went first last time?
Yeah, I was going to go first, but I mean, you can pick whatever you want, dude. I was like,
that way it was the same.
So we're going to do Tunic, Iron Rock Gauntlet. Lexi is not one of the 6 matchups that Rhea had on here. I'm pretty surprised to hear her say that.
Which is interesting, right?
Yeah, like I think that's like wildly interesting. Warmonger's Diplomacy is going to be very good. We're going to cut the Scours. Those feel bad. Blizzard seems like it's going to be the real MVP. I think we're going to cut the attacks. I think I'm just going to be trying to go like full arcane mode here. Icebind and Encase are both going to be very, very good. Maybe we're cutting the Ether Hells here. Maybe the 1-for-4 just isn't where we want to be. Maybe we're just playing the 61 card special. I guess I want the Blizzards, I think. I think I want everything else that I have. Am I supposed to like cut some number of Frost Hexes? Like cut Frost Hexes and 1 Insidious Chill? I'm going to try it that way. I'm normally not a huge fan of Frost Hexes and Insidious Chill in these like aggro matchups.
This is the first time I've played against Warmongers as well.
So you have Trench and Gloves.
We're doing it. We're doing the Trench.
I mean, it doesn't seem bad.
I don't know without Bullseye Bracers if she's fast enough to really race with no AB.
I raced 2 people without AB yesterday or day before, but or maybe it was yesterday. But I mean, that could have been me skill gapping people. I'm honestly not sure.
Interesting.
I think we're just gonna pass. Just gonna see what Zach does here. Yep. Joke's on him. I put Command and Conquers in. Oh,
I was
man.
like, what are the odds that he has some sort of arsenal disruption? Pretty low.
Yeah, pretty low indeed. So we get to resume our turn. So I guess we're gonna see how good the diplomacy is gonna be.
So I choose war. I cannot activate Lexi.
You cannot activate Lexi,
But I can activate
Voltaire, and play attack actions.
Okay.
You can also play instants anytime. The instants aren't affected by that.
He's secret face up, so that's not a big deal.
Right, exactly.
So we're gonna pick war.
I'm gonna choose peace.
Yeah, because all your cards are.
Because that math be mathing.
Yeah.
And then I guess let's Waning Moon you. Okay, pitches a withering shot. Well, that's a spicy meatball. Let's see. Did you pick go again, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, let's Blizzard and see if we can make something happen here with the Blizzard. I think we're gonna take 5 here and go to 31.
So what I've played without bullseye bracers, it seems like you just really need quiver to hit at the right turn.
You do, for sure. That was my experience the other night playing Lexi. Is like there were a couple turns when I was like, man, like quiver's big right here.
Yeah.
Okay. I was curious to know if you would actually trench there or if you wanted to.
I think it's just worth it. Like, really, no matter, unless it's like a 3 of a kind or something like that, I think it's just worth it there.
I mean, yeah, probably more often than not, it is definitely worth.
Yeah, I hate to see it. Genuinely.
Man, I just thought about that. Hypothermia would be stupid
Dude, so
against this deck.
So dumb.
Stupid.
Hold on a second. Do I want to respond to this?
Girl say, baby.
No, because I want the card to be face down. At the end of the turn. Unless you have Warmongers, then I don't want it to be face down.
And then it's a blowout. So Trench is going to cost you 1 more.
That's true.
Because of the channel. I just thought about that.
It's very true.
I have to say, even with the channel with some disruption pretty early for me, you're still like...
I think here I'm just going to load this and send it. That way you either have to take damage or not let channel. You either have to choose arsenal, damage, or channel, basically.
Yeah. The cards I have, like, I need them. Which is sad. because we're now at a point in the game where I've taken 10 and you've taken nothing. And I think this is exactly the problem with this matchup.
Even on off turns, it's just 10 damage from Lexi every time.
Yeah, no, I know. And I honestly think that's enough to beat Icelander. Unless Icelander gets ahead. Like, that or somebody has to be better at Icelander than I am. Like, low bar, but still. Okay, so Polar Blast checks channel, and then we Arsenal channel here. Yeah, I mean, and we're in another unfortunate spot where I'm going to have to take 3. But I'm taking 3 to be able to play a power card here and keep my channel around for another turn.
Yeah, trench costs him 1. That's big in this whole interaction.
Yeah, it's pretty good when channel's in play. Now, other than that, like, I think like trench is like an all-star for you.
I do agree. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Oh no, I need to do it. My bad. Can we go back?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh, hang on, I'll start the turn over. 1 second. To the start of this turn. Target you, pitch the cold snap, reveal ether hail, just like we did. And then we'll waning moon to keep the channel around for another turn. Zach takes 2, so we deal our first points of damage.
I hate paying 2 for this, but that just feels bad.
Am I about to do what I think I'm about to do?
Give me frostbites.
Yeah, it's an interesting interaction to say the least.
Well, I mean, that pretty much ensures that I really can't do anything.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for, because now it's going to cost you 3 to flip Lexi.
Which, you wouldn't know this, but it is a Falcon Wing, so I could just technically pay to play it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, and still, like, if you're paying 3 to play a Falcon Wing, like, that's an okay exchange for me.
Is it worth it to pay 3 to trench? Get the 1 resource back? No. Honestly, I might just be paying to Lexi and then arsenaling.
I mean, that's also a very viable option.
I think I have to.
Okay.
Maybe hope you don't have. Obviously, you're not going to keep both around, but
Wouldn't that be insane?
that would be insane.
I don't even know what I would do if that was possible.
It's technically not possible. You'd have to have 4 cards.
That's true. So, Icebind, if this hits, I get to freeze a card in your arsenal.
Not all my equipment.
No, freeze a card in their arsenal.
Okay.
The other one is I can't remember what it's called, but in case. Yeah, that's the one that says freeze your hero and your equipment.
Well, obviously it's gonna hit, so does it really matter? So I can't trench it, obviously, if you freeze it. Correct.
I think you can. I think it works like Crown of Seeds. Like trench has nothing to do with the actual frozen card.
Interesting. I guess you get to choose.
I'm gonna freeze your Falcon Wing.
Yeah, knowing that you would not.
Freeze your Falcon Wing because it either forces you to like have snaps or have a go again attack already. Like your other card has to be a go again attack, which is possible, but not likely. It's more likely that you're using snaps here. And I have another hand that allows me to keep channel a second time.
No, why does it not let me click that? I'm dumb.
What's wrong?
It's not letting me shoot the arrow that's face down. There we go.
So this is a tough decision. I can give Gauntlet, Peak, and Tunic and Sink Below to block 10 and then throw the cards that I have. That's an interesting exchange. Or I block 4, take 8. No, I'm sorry. I'm actually blocking 8 to block 12, so it's totally worth to do this. And if Zach has a lightning press, he has a lightning press. I'm not going to sink because I've already been punished enough times by sinking when I didn't need to. So we pitch Frosting, reveal Ether Hell. Starting to even the life totals up a little bit. It sucks that we had to give up Coronet, Peak, and Tunic. We did have to use 2 Channel Lake Frigids to get to this point in the game.
No, I can't pitch that, unfortunately. You fused it, so...
And then we're going to Waning Moon to be able to keep our channel around. So Zach takes 5 and discards Withering Shot, and then takes 2. So, I mean, that feels pretty good for us, honestly. Let's see what Zach drew. I have no way to keep my channel again, so...
Yeah, it's not worth that, that's for sure. I'd rather just live to fight another day.
I mean, that's fair.
I don't have enough to pay through that and channel.
So, if I sink below this, I'm going to play Icebind, reveal Ice Bolt, then Waning Moon you. Or I can...
Well, I guess I won't get to Arsenal, huh? So I probably should...
Do you want to undo and pay?
Yeah, that way, because I can just pay to flip and then Arsenal card. That way I have dual Arsenal.
Okay, hang on. I gotta...
If I do nothing else.
Revert to the start of this turn. Yeah, no, it's fair. You need to be able to Arsenal and set up a 6-card hand. Because you only need 1 big turn to really get back into this game, but the way the game is going right now, like...
Yeah, and if I can just get through this channel, and if you don't have some kind of disruption, which you don't have like the Insidious Chill yet, so that's kind of good.
Yeah, so that's one of the problems with me cutting an Insidious Chill. Okay, so you paid for this, so Now I'm sitting here saying, what's coming next? I honestly think I have to take this, considering that Zach paid for Go again. I have to keep my sync below for a better option. Now, he was talking to me out loud about how he's going to just flip Lexi and Arsenal here, but he could throw like a searing shot here for 4 that is, you know, for 5 points instead of this vanilla 3 here. And then if he does that, I have my sync below. So waiting with the sync below is definitely a better option here. Yeah, definitely a better option. Plus, the longer we hang on to our sync below, the better. Like, it's just giving us more value over the course of the game. So let's go Icebind, reveal Ice Bolt. And if this hits Zach, which it will, we get to freeze a card in his arsenal. We will definitely be freezing the Endless Arrow here.
That channel's killing me.
Look at it this way. It's gone after this. I've pretty much had a channel like almost every turn of the game, which is crazy to think about.
I think I've got to just hold my hand and see if I can like actually do something next turn.
All right, so we put Zach to 17.
All right.
Now, his Endless Arrow is frozen, so that does give us a little bit of value here. Honestly, I would have loved to have had a Warmonger's Diplomacy there to like kind of force him to pick on what he wanted to do. Would have been very good for us. Just gonna take 5 here. I have no reason to block this. So he picked Go again. So and then Sikkim shot for 5.
I thought the cards usually showed up as like frozen on your screen.
They don't with this card for some reason.
Huh.
I don't know why. It did it to me the other day when I was playing Lexi. Like, my cards weren't showing up frozen, and I didn't know why. So we're just going to go ahead and deal 4 to Zach. He has no resources and no way to trench here, so Zach's 1 point away from lethal here. And we finally have the cards we want to have here, so we're going to hope that blocking 6 and yeah, let's take 2. I think we just need to block effectively and try to stay alive here. I think that's what we have to do here in order to have a chance this game. Because we're definitely falling behind quickly here. So we go to 6, and then we're going to go to 4. Off the Pox token, which is scary. Now, we hung on to our sink below forever and a day, thank God. Which allowed us to do this. And then Zach's going to Arsenal a card. And I guess our Encase isn't going to get him because of Trench, but it is going to help. Trench just kind of bailing Zach out here.
Card is good. Everybody laughed at it.
It is good. It's a good card. I'm glad I kept one. Something tells me it's going to go up too. Like something tells me this card's about to hit a high.
So it freezes everything but your weapon. That's interesting.
Yeah, everything but your weapon.
Hard if it froze the weapon too, huh?
What'd you say?
Said it would be too overpowered if it froze the weapon too, huh?
Yeah. Honestly, it probably would be. Could you imagine if it froze your weapon? No pistol, no waning moon, no Voltaire, no hammer.
Seems good.
We just can't get there, can we? I'm just a little short.
It was 50-50 when I played that Rain Razors, whether I was dying this turn or I was living, and I wasn't sure which one it was gonna happen.
So had my 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, had my Polar Blast been like an Ice Bolt, I would have got you. Yep. So
Yeah, you're no blues.
now we're just gonna go for 5 and hope I can kill you. Man, I mean, the odds that you pitch 2 blues or 2 reds, I mean, like the fact. Yeah, I'm trying not to play like we said that because I wouldn't play that way in real life.
It's not too out of the realm of possibility.
I mean, like with your deck, it's not crazy. I honestly think I don't even think I have to go for it here. So if I block like that and you have the Rain Razors, I'm dead. Ooh, that's tough. I mean, like, at the fact that you pitch 2 reds and you've, like, use Trench to get a resource to activate this tells me that your last card is a red. But let's see. What if... So if it is a red, I am Emeritus Scolding. You take 3, go to 2. And then you take 3 and die. If your last card's a blue, you block 2, take 2, go to 3, block 1, go to 1, and then I die. If your last card is a... So, no, that's not what I wanted. So hang on, can we start over?
Yeah.
So you activate Trench, that's fine, and then you load Voltaire for +1, and then when you throw your arrow, I'm going to respond.
Yep.
Because that's what's going to tell me the most about what your hand is. Because I can do this, and if you pitch a blue, I can block 5 and not die. I was like, but when you pitch a red, I know I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So
that's the correct line there.
Hornet Sting is just clearly better than AB2.
I mean,
like I feel like Trench is good just because you can like free AB basically.
I think you need Trench. It's free AB and it plays around in case.
Let me sideboard. I'm gonna do Hornet Sting instead of
Okay.
No Root.
That works for me. So let's see. This is how we boarded earlier, and we took out Onslaughts. We took out Fighting Spirits. We took out Frost Hexes, and we took out a Chill. What? Oh, and the Scours. And Insidious Chill. All right, yeah, that's how we boarded earlier. So let's run it back. I don't know, like the deck didn't feel bad that time. Like deck didn't feel bad at all there.
I don't even have Hornet Sting. This is we're going Toxic Tips.
I like it. Yep, as much as I'd like to do something there, I just can't. So, I mean, this is a pretty good start here. We get to gain a life and throw 6 at Zach.
Yep, the hand is bad. No, I'm just gonna. We gotta play it out.
Okay. So 6 damage to start the game is not bad at all.
They always have it.
I was like, also opening Channel Lake Frigid is just absolutely insane. Never didn't have it, as they say. So, and considering this is for 6, we're just going to block 6 because we're really blocking 8 here. And considering Zach pitched 2 reds, we're probably just looking at an arsenal after this. Yep, Zach Arsenal passes. We're going to Coronet Peak here to keep our channel around. Now, Zach can trench if he wants to here. Considering he didn't trench tells me he probably has a power card. I would assume that, or I'm playing Talishar. My opponent just forgot to click in time.
It happens more times than not.
Yeah, it happens quite regularly. Well, unfortunately, we did not end up with a way to we did not end up with a way to keep our channel around like we did last game. Womp womp.
Paid to flip. That was dumb.
So Searing Shot's gonna be for 7. So we're gonna block 3. 7, and then we're not gonna sink anything. Again, been punished too many times today. I think I'm learning the hard way that I'm not playing Oldhim all the time, where I can just sink and find another blue card that blocks for 3. So let's play Brain Freeze here and take a look at Zach's hand. So Drill Shot. Let's see.
So put it on top.
Yeah, it puts it on top. Withering Shot, Rain Razor's Drill Shot. Okay. So we do get to take Zach's Drill Shot. If he has a 3 of a kind in his arsenal, then sad days are sad. But so we're playing against 2 blues and a Rain Razors right now, and they're both Withering Shots plus his card in his arsenal. Yeah, so we're going to start here with our Polar Blast. I doubt this is going to be Snapdragons here. I mean, I guess Zach's probably saying, we'll see how you block, and then we'll go from there. That's what I would do if I was him. So I'm going to block 3 and then put the ball back in Zach's court and see what he does.
I don't like that.
I mean, could be a bluff.
Doubt it.
I mean, probably not. Could be, though.
I doubt it.
So Zach doesn't do anything. I think I'm still going to play the Sink Below to save damage here. Like, maybe that's just incorrect. But I
don't get to have a 6-card hand going in the next turn.
That's true.
With Endless Arrow and Rain Razor, or yeah, Endless Arrow and Rain Razor in my arsenal.
Yeah, that's also true. That's very good. So the Sink Below there is just worth. Zach still gets to have a 6-card hand with his Withering Shot and Rain Razors, but blue Withering Shot's a lot less frightening than Endless Arrow. Plus, we have some disruption we're going to tack on here. We're going to reveal Channel Lake, which is, like, awesome for us. So Zach takes 5 and discards the Drill Shot. So fact that he starts with Rain Razors is interesting. Curious to know what that says about Zach's hand.
Hold on a second. Let's go back one step.
No, you're good, dude. You need to start the turnover.
No, this is fine.
So Still gonna flash this in. Okay, Zach's gonna activate Voltaire. Okay, this makes sense. He can load as an instant. That math be mathing. And then he can throw his Bolton shot for 6 here. Or his Withering shot for... No, he'd have to pitch his last card. So his Bolton shot being for 6. Or for 7, I guess. Oh, the +1. Dadui. We'll block 3. And we'll take 4.
Still not good.
I was like, no. I was like, Zach...
If we're going into an Icelander meta, that's for sure.
What'd you say?
So I definitely need more blues in this deck.
Oh, like if you're trying to play into like an Icelander game.
Absolutely.
So knowing that Zach can't trench here is awesome for us. It really puts us in a better spot. Like knowing that he just can't trench is like insanely valuable for us. Also, we're up 4 points on like the premier aggro deck in the format. So now Channel Lake has definitely had something to say about that. The more Channel Lakes you draw, the better your games are going to go. That's just how it goes. So we determined earlier that playing this card as an instant does us no good. So our turn looks like block 6, red Winter's Bite into Diplomacy. So this feels like a great time to give my Iron Rock Gauntlet here. I'm not really playing around Lightning Press because, like, I'm just probably never going to play around Lightning Press in that spot. So let's go Winter's Bite, which gets rid of a card. You love to see it. If I had another ice card, I would definitely overpitch for one of the cards in my hand to be able to keep my Channel Lake around. Keeping Channel around as long as humanly possible is like one of the key factors to playing Icelander at a high level. So Zach discards Sick'em Shot. Let's go 2 Arcane to the face here as an instant. Zach's going to go to 27, and then we're going to face him with the choice of Warmonger's Diplomacy. Still going? Good to see. Yeah, man, I'm probably in the last like game or 2 here, but yeah, still going, man. I love Flesh and Blood, brother. Try to get as many games in as I can when I'm playing. Plus, I'm testing for Nats, so any and all games I can get in to help test for Nats is going to be is good for me. What did you pick? War. And then I chose Peace. Dude, every single time I play that card and it pops up and says War, all I think about is Rush Hour. When Jackie Chan's singing that, War, what is it good for? Like in the first one.
That's funny. It's like none of Lexi's non-attacks you can really just set up and play either.
Yeah, no, it's tough, man. I play between work where I can't play. I get that, dude. I spend a lot of my hours at work during the day wishing I could play Flesh and Blood. This is an interesting debacle we have here. This feels like Snapdragons, but I don't know. I think I'm just going to block 6 in case Zach does have a Rain Razors here. Oh no! I was just talking about how we wouldn't be playing Lightning Press against us. Oh my gosh, get got. All right, we'll take 1. Whew.
Oh no, don't pitch that.
I was like, something tells me you didn't want to pitch that.
What is happening? Well, now you know I have that, so that's what's happening next.
It really sucks, but I have to block 5 here. I can't let this come through again. Yeah, that's really bad because I now gave Zach a 6-card hand. Like, that was a really bad turn cycle for me there. Just as a whole. And I have a card in my arsenal that requires me to keep 2 cards, which means I have to take some damage to be able to play it. Now, it is a power swing card for us, so hopefully our hand bails us out a little bit here. Whoa. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. I didn't realize on Warmonger that you have to choose as well. Yeah, I was like, you have to choose War or Peace. I think that's probably one of the bigger reasons behind Rhea deciding to like take out the attacks in a lot of the matchups where you actually want Warmonger's Peace as a relevant card. Jesus Christ. Well, the fact that Zach has 6 cards in his hand is going to make our Blizzard a lot worse this turn. I mean,
and I've had in a while.
What'd you say?
So this is the largest Flesh and Blood hand I've had in a while.
I mean, yeah. So I can block Encase and Coronet Peak here. I think I'm better off. You know, honestly, I think I'm just going to take 5. I can't stop the on-hit effect without overblocking ridiculously. And I'm just going to hang on to the Blizzard and Arsenal this card. So we're just going to be able to block 6 this turn and Arsenal our Blizzard, I think is going to be our play. Like, unless Zach drew 3 reds and had 3 reds in hand, our Blizzard isn't doing anything. Like, 1 yellow, like, just, like, stunts our Blizzard from, like, being worth anything. Oh, Lord. I just popped my back, and I might be paralyzed.
Oh, no, that's not right. I'm an idiot.
Rhoda, it's awfully late to be at work, man. I mean, for me personally, I would be dying if I was at work at 10:40 at night. What do you do for work, brother? If you don't mind me asking, that is. Uh-oh. Well, toxic tick passion. That's a Rain Razors he can't play, though, as he had to pitch it. I mean, yeah, that's fair. So him having to pitch Rain Razors would be good. I guess he can't play the Rain Razors because of 3 of a kind anyway. You're in New Zealand? Oh, okay. Well, that's definitely why you're still awake at 10:30 at night. Well, U.S. time. How far is New Zealand ahead of us? I'm sure
it's like almost a whole day, or like half day.
I was like, it's like 11 hours or something crazy, isn't it? I mean, I say something crazy like I fix cars. I'm a mechanic. Oh, that's dope, dude. That's awesome. Mechanic by day, flesh and blood prodigy by night. Mechanic by day sounds a lot cooler than IT nerd by day, flesh and blood prodigy by night. So, and you guys have been watching me play. I'm definitely not a prodigy. Oh, it's 14:40 there. Okay, so it's 2 in the afternoon. So they're more than a whole day ahead of us.
That's crazy.
If it's 2 in the afternoon there, I'm trying to think. That's 4 more hours. So they're 16 hours ahead of us. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Dude, 16 hours ahead of us, man. Like,
They're in the future.
yeah, honestly though, like I'm going to bed and you're going to be getting off work in a little bit. It's crazy to think about. Dad by night, flesh and blood whenever I can. That's funny. I like that. Oh, pitching a rain razors. God said, let there be light. You're telling me there's a chance. So, Bolton shot for 5. This automatically has go again. I think we're playing to Blizzard just to free up my arsenal here, honestly. Tuesday over there? Yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, I firmly believe that. Like, gosh, it's crazy to think that you guys are a whole day ahead of us. So I do remember when there was the calling in New Zealand, like somewhat recently, and I remember watching it being like I had to like watch it at like a certain time. Like I had to start watching it at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night here in the US for me to like be able to like watch it. Again, I'm just gonna keep my hand. Let's not punish ourselves if I don't need to. Diplomacy. This is the best situation in the world to play diplomacy. I guess Trench bails him out here if he needs it to, but it wouldn't bail me out the other day. That was fun. My first ever big event. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That's cool that you got to like pick like that was like your first big event, the one that just happened recently. That's awesome, dude. Did you play in the calling? And then we're gonna come at you for 2 here. So Zach chose war and then decided not to trench on my turn. So I guess he's gonna trench on his turn. It's the only thing I can come up with here. Yep. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Crap. Can we start over? Do you care? Am I muted or something? No, I'm coming through.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, there you are. I couldn't hear you for a minute, and so I was making sure that like I hadn't hit. I keybinded deafen and mute as 1 and 2, like on my number pad, and I didn't realize how much I used them. And so like now I'm just like
always muting.
Yeah, dude, like we'll be playing Fortnite and like when we're in the Discord, I'll just like mute myself or something, and then everybody like Carly's like, "You're muted." And I'm like, "Yep, I am muted, aren't I?" Yeah, you did play in the calling? Oh, dude, that's awesome. What'd you play in the calling? I think it'd become to fun. I think it would be fun to go to New Zealand. Now, I know that's like probably like the most touristy thing ever, but like
it's beautiful there, they say.
That's what I've been told. All right, we're going to take some damage here because we have a pretty good hand that like really takes some tempo here. Rhinar for calling and battle harden. Oh, dude, that's awesome. One of the guys on our team plays a lot of Rhinar. He's definitely what I would call our Rhinar main on the team. Yes, a big fat whiff.
Sad.
Get that out of here.
I needed it.
Dude, I know. Like, it's crazy how much more people are gonna use Quiver now.
Dude, it's like a huge deal, I feel like. Because if I'd have hit like a red 1-cost arrow right there, another like you having a block with 2 cards on this turn when you don't want to is like game breaking.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely 100%. Fi and Commoner. So I'm going to be honest, I haven't played a ton of Commoner, but I've heard good things about it. I think if I was going to play Commoner, I'd probably play Dash, but that's just because I'm a Dash fanboy.
Is that a blue? Oh, of course it's red.
Yeah, I don't play blue winners bites in this list. Rhea did not have them in there. I'm curious to see how her list is going to have to adopt. Nah, Fi kills Dash. I mean, we played a lot of Fi versus Dash when it came out, because I played Dash at last year's Nationals, and Fi puts on a lot of pressure real fast. I imagine it's probably just as good as like in Commoner. Oh man, makes me wish I had something I could flash in. I mean, I guess technically I could use my Storm Striders here if I wanted to. I think I'm probably just better off blocking your cards. Like blocking 6. Okay. So a Frostbite would have ended your turn right there.
Oh, yeah. I'm an idiot.
What do you want to undo? We can start like over the last turn if you want.
No, because it doesn't matter, really.
Okay.
I can't do anything that I was getting ready to do. No, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
I had all 3 codexes in one hand.
Yeah, I saw you discard one and pitch one. Like, yeah, it's crazy. Run, Ragamuffin Hat, get a flame back for last card, then put flame on the bottom. Play new card, it works crazy. I top 8'd my Commoner and had beaten the Oldham that won. Oh, wow. Dude, that's awesome. That's like a great first calling. It's like playing a Commoner event and like top 8. Dude, that's awesome. Y'all are just built different in New Zealand when it comes to like top 8ing. Feeling lonely. I wanted the lore book but failed. Dude, getting the lore book would be sweet. I've heard a lot of people say good things about like all that kind of stuff is cool. I'm going to be honest, like as a person, like I'm not really like I don't do a lot of things for like aesthetic reasons, so like having the lore book would probably just be something that I sold, which I know is like lame, but like the aesthetic side of things doesn't really appeal to me too much. I think I'm just going to pitch this. Like, I get to keep my Channel Lake around, and Zach's obviously in a spot where he needs his cards. Whoa. Chief called. That ain't it. That's not what you want to see right there.
It's still not good. I'm just trying to work with and get some sort of offense.
Well, I have 2 blizzards in my hand. So my hand's really weird. I would have opened it and read it and annoyed so many people from doing it. Hey, dude, like you opening it and reading it, though, is still funner than like me selling it. Like that's like, I just look like a total douche then just selling it, just trying to like make a profit off of it. That's just like, there's so many people who like, I'm sure have like a massive appreciation for that kind of stuff.
Man, it's just so bad. I can't draw a reason. I definitely need at least 3 more blues.
Okay. Like you mean in the list as a whole?
Yeah.
Does this have go again?
No. Too many all red hands, which otherwise wouldn't be that bad, but
Yeah, so I mean, how many blues are you on, do you know?
I think it was 15.
I mean, yeah, it's very possible that being on 18 is like just the prime, like the perfect number for what you're trying to accomplish.
12, yeah.
Because
15.
people love Icelander. So like Icelander winning, I think people are like having copium, and I think people will start being on Icelander.
Actually, it does have 18 in it right now.
Oh man, maybe you need 20. God, that's a lot of blues though.
A lot of blues.
Maybe
I need more yellows. Maybe that's it.
I mean, I know that Taylor told me he turned all of his red infecting shots into yellows just to make the resource balance more even.
It doesn't seem awful.
So maybe more yellows is the key. It's weird because like I play so few things that actually like to play yellows. So like my head never naturally goes there. But like I don't think that's crazy at all.
No, not at all.
All right, we're now like in the range of like if Zach takes two, like if Zach leaves himself in a like with the window down, then we can definitely just get him here. Especially considering he has AB1 this game instead of AB2. Can I just kill you from here?
Probably.
Trying to think if I can here. So 5, you block 1, take 4, go to 3, and then Waning Moon for 3, you block 1, take 2, go to 1. So I can't kill you. Yeah, Sag. So let's just play Blizzard here. We'll use the Icebind here to kind of like push this over the top. And then we should be able to kill Zach next turn.
Yeah, because I think I have to hold the resources in case you do something.
Yeah, we'll block this. Probably don't need to, but we will. God, I didn't realize I was still at 17.
Yeah, this has not been good this round.
So Zach's at 7. We could just go for it, but there's an absolutely zero reason for us to do it. And if you guys were watching during the Bravo game, then you understand why going for it when you don't need to is absolutely idiotic.
You know, I did sideboard in my steadfasts.
Dude. That was like, I was not ready for that at all. Like, I was already... Dude, had I been you, there's no way I would have been able to be quiet when I was talking. Like, I mean, I'd have been sitting over here, like, rubbing my hands together into the camera when you were doing that. Like, as you were saying that.
Yeah, when I arsenaled it, I was like, yeah, I'm going to hold this till he breaks his Storm Striders and try.
So, like, the funny part is, like, had I done that on a turn when I needed to do it to try and kill you, you would have won. Like, had that game been a little different, you would have won the game. But, like, yeah. I was just so far ahead.
I agree.
All right, please don't have another steadfast.
From the top ropes.
Dude. Yeah, that was wild. That was like moments I won't forget.
That was funny. Brother, I think I'm going to get off here.
I can't blame you, man. I was like, we've been playing for 4 hours. So, but dude, I appreciate you getting some games in with me. I feel like I picked up a lot about the Icelander deck, and I feel like we learned a lot about the 2 matchups that we played tonight. So,
yeah, for sure. It was good playing with you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll yell at you later.
Absolutely. Have a good night.
See you, man. You too. Okay, so 7-0 on the night. I'm not gonna lie. I know that like I played some matchups that felt a little favorable based off how I was drawing and how some things were going. Warmonger's diplomacy insanely broken against Lexi. I feel like it's only gonna get even more broken against like the Runeblade decks. I feel like it's insanely bonkers against Briar, Vincent, and Viserai. And Viserai had a big showing this weekend, so that's something to keep a lookout for. I had a lot of fun playing Icelander tonight. Shout out to Rhea for putting together such a great deck. It's really cool. I'll probably be playing it some more, doing some more testing, because US Nats is only a month and like a week away. Like, it's a little over a month before I'm leaving to head out for Nats. So, I'm pretty excited about it, and I'm ready for Nats to be here, but I'm also pretty nervous. I know I've been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, and like you guys have been seeing me have some variety streams, but like as I get into August, you're probably going to see a lot more Flesh and Blood content for me, just to try and prepare. And I'm not really one of those people who like feels the need to hide what they're going for or what they're trying to accomplish. As a streamer, like I don't feel the need to hide anything I'm doing from you guys. So I like to stream everything that I'm trying to test and figure out. So anyway, I think I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure what's going on tomorrow, but I think I'll be back to stream tomorrow. If I do, I'll probably be trying to find and get a hold of Mara's Dromai list. I really like Dromai, and I'd like to play that new list. So I'll be trying that out, and we'll see how that goes, if I can get a hold of it. If not, we might be playing more Icelander. So anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take it easy, guys.